Mina Yusuf Jallo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Natu de las.
Hello, Nawion, indeed, and this are the only country where we get and sabi as a people, as a nation. Good morning, assalamu alaikum. It's a very beautiful Wednesday morning. It's midweek already. Today is the 7th day. Not today is the 9th. Yes, today is the 8th. Sorry, today is the 8th day in the month of October 2025. Man, don't miss the distance. The year I don't need it done so. But good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to all we viewers them. We're very much sorry this morning. We want to apologize. We're off on radio. People are not get to in a radio. We get some technical issues a bit. We'll try for fix and change some equipment them. Now we, let's pick space. And hopefully we'll fix that before the end of today. So one for apologize to we fumble and wake you always get you on radio. So somebody message you say you're giving a radio tell and say like on Facebook or you go YouTube. You will get to you this morning. But we're very much sorry and with technical team they work on that. So definitely go fix before the issue before the end of the day and we will come back on here. But we're on Facebook. I want to welcome we online community. We fumble them online. Na Facebook, na YouTube. Now welcome to the show this morning. Today they imagine me nene definitely give a message me later say, you hear me na radio. Because they listen radio. Every time you say you hear me, you go message for check if I'm okay. Yeah. But good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and it's a little bit foggy up here, as always. But I'm sure in other places, the weather is clear, Good morning and welcome. It's a blessing to wake up this morning and be alive and able to go about with normal business. Go to places of work, business places, then our keke, okada, puda, they move around this morning. This Natut media, we dey on Facebook, Truth Media, and we dey on YouTube, Truth Media SL. Welcome to the midweek edition of the program, how we can talk to ourselves, tell ourselves to, and say waiting for say to ourselves as a people, as a country. My name is Amadou Lamwana, as always. Welcome, we neighbors them. He always say, for sure, expect, and then first you can tell morning and welcome them. The security them and the family at home. As well, we fumble them now will be force the military barracks. We commanders and there, the people that will protect we where they put their life in the line of duty for save we, then save day. Ufambule and don't go in tight, ill court, then save day. Fambule na old school, IMAT and upwards, regents, the rural villages, regents, Batos, Leicester, Gloucester, go down to Grafton, Joy, Fambule na Calabar Town, Allen Town, Kios, Wellington, Bramley, Porty, Grassfield, Shell, people na Ferry Junction, people down by the slum, people in a race course, Kleintown, Kanike, Frabe, Magazine, Fulatong. And Fambulem na the western parts, na Mambo, Sussex, number 2, Toke, York, and all over, people in Waterloo as well, and people across the country, people in the regions where they watch we mostly. People can send me video, I can see that they share the video them. The space, it also small now, somebody go in and farm once he gets internet. You go on Facebook or YouTube and watch you from wherever, So I welcome all with Fambulem across the country. People in a corner credit and can get to it where the radio can the wave can go there, can get message from them. People in a corner credit, over the WhatsApp, people in a Lunge, Putloko, Cambia, Koina Dugu, Kabala, Falaba, Fambule na Pujeung, people in na Bo, people in na Kailaung, Kenema, Matru, Bonth. Una all welcome. Una welcome to the show. Fambule na Kono, already forget to as well. People in a Feredugu, people in a Mashaka. Una all welcome. Una welcome. This is a roll call for the regions this morning. We call the country. Mansabi, this country small. I think the only place I haven't been yet, could be very few places, and perhaps it could be the island them. But I've been to almost every part. All the 16 districts in Vozarongo, I've been to almost every part of this country, through work and sometimes pleasure as well. And the men some party then get planned for go across Salon back or Fentem and do some internal, tourism and go around and see. But welcome. It's very important at times. Let we know the country, let move around, Let shall be places, So when you talk from an informed point. You understand? You don't go see how people and they waiting people and they go to then communities and then places and they. So it's important. But welcome to everyone, and it's a blessing, as I always say, for wake up and able can do what you they do now, and it's a blessing for yourself for wake up for go outside you the hustle. Whether you ride bike, you they listen to we, you watch we on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome. Praise God. So every morning at the devotion, when the people already start the prayer. Can start the prayer before we order, sister station and start. So we can pray for the government, pray for president, pray for we serve as people, and pray for the country. So this morning, let's take our prayers. We're praying for ourselves. We need prayers as a people, as a country. We need Allah and guidance and protection. We need His salvation as well. So join us in prayers this morning. We'll come, we'll take the pledge, and later we'll do the roll call. And we'll continue this week with the conversation on the drugs. And the big question this week now about drugs. Whether you think, say, governments, they do enough to address the drug crisis in this country. This whole week, we don't dedicate time for talk about drugs. Now we on part to the place, so now we on part. But let us pray first. We'll come back shortly and continue the conversation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mina Ridwan Habibi. I want to say Alhamdulillah, alladhi ahyana ba'da mahmatana wa ilayhi nushur. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may grant you the best of the goodness we send this particular day and the day after it. And we also ask Allah for making save from the trials and difficulties He sent upon this day as well today and the day after it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He will bless we country, He will guide we leaders them, and He will bless we mineral in this nation. and it will unite we as one people. Let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala change the people that we get negative mindset for this country. Let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala change the bad one, that then become good one. Let Allah make always the good one, then dominate the bad one. Then let Allah unite you as a nation. Guide we leaders them, all the sectors in government. Let Allah give we people that we for say them righteous and then sincere for rule this nation. Let Allah bless we leaders them. We be say them get the fairness of Allah. We go sorry for the masses. We go sorry for the people them. Try them best and for grant cure to people them. Even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala they grant cure. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وتبارك اسمك وتعالى جدك ولا إله خيرك. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والصلاة والسلام على المرسلين وآخر دعوانا والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Father, in the name of Jesus, I want to thank you for the nation of Sierra Leone. I want to give you all the glory and honor and adoration. Lord, I thank you for your mercy upon this land, Sierra Leone. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for your fruitfulness. Thank you for your love over the nation of Sierra Leone. Lord, I want to thank you also for the life of the President Madabio and his family. Thank you for his life. Thank you for all you are doing for his family. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for your grace upon his life. Thank you, Lord, for giving him the wisdom, knowledge, understanding how to rule the nation Sierra Leone. And Father, I want to thank you also for the government of Sierra Leone. I pray that you give them the grace, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding how to rule the nation Sierra Leone. I pray, oh God, for your empowerment over the government of Sierra Leone. I pray for your strength. I pray for your grace that will be sufficient for the government of Sierra Leone. I pray, oh God, that you uphold the government of Sierra Leone to train them, to build them up, to help them how to rule the nation of Sierra Leone. Father, I want to thank you. I want to bless you. I want to give you all the glory, honor, and adoration. This I ask through Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. God bless our lovely nation, Mama Salone.
Hey. Oh, na, na. Hey. Papa God, good morning, sir. Hope say up on a do hello. Because don't to win, I things not to go fine like we did hello. Now we did this gun to youths man and together this morning we did say hello. We hope so you go remember you boy and to see them within the yard when they do hello. See we they hustle, we know they get paid. Things that go from bad to worse. We the fast and we the pray. But it's all like now we you cause. So Papa God we they talk to you sir. The youths man then we they beg to you sir. The sufferness is too much for we sir. We they beg to you enough for dollar for we sir. So Papa God we they beg to you sir. They get to youths then want for talk to you sir. The sufferness is too much for we sir. We are we they beg now for pull and down sir. Papa God push out. How you they do? They get to you then they tell you how to. Daddy God push out. How you they do? Ooh. Suffer push we they tell you how to. Papa God now for member we he don't take. Remember we now he don't take. The sufferness and Marie they kill we So now for member we he don't take. Remember we now make we self now waiting a gentry.
But how na they do na the last summer. Sufferation they kill but I still sour. For back in the morning the pastor meet Sarah. Me find the color all the fit let them just gara. If I talk all tina I go boss cry. You don't do one for the next guy. I'd get to see the neighbor all me man fry. I know see you see you no get boss eye. Super we bokuna you an. Soup smaller and we bokuna the pan. Different either all the man gets in plan. When I go blow with the breeze or the fan. I know so you know say na this I want talk. Wala kasa. I still dey wait for me time and I make a buy clock. Kasa.
See we dey hustle, we know they get paid. Things that go from bad to worse.
From bad to worse, with the hustle better not day. Papa God, now you know more we dey talk to. Now you know more. We go ask for your intervention, your guidance, and your blessings, in the minds of we leaders them, people in public service, but we serve as people them. We need you for come inside we, for do waiting right, for guide we. Amen and amen to the prayer from we religious leaders, we imam and we woman of God as well. We join them for pray for we president, the vice president, the chief minister, the minister them, the members of parliament, we chairpersons, mayors, councillors, and we serve as a people. We all need prayer. We need God in guidance and protection, and may He answer our prayers. We pray say people that we sick, we lay them in hospital or in house, let Allah make it easy for them. People them way, get problem. People them way defend married. People them way want travel. Sabi boku woman you want left this place. Pray say Allah make it easy for them and let them travel and they be a blessing to them and their family and to this country. We say for they let Allah give you long life and well body, protect and guide we for do the right things them, some of the things away what they do and God in guidance no more need to, if all God with to one, if all God with to one a problem, you always go live in fear and the member say somebody there after you something else go happen. But with Allah anything can happen. You'll die one day. No matter when, no matter how. When it's destined that you'll die, you'll definitely die. You can say hina ilai wa hina ilai rajiun. We Muslims say we believe in from God we come off from. And from natural we they go back. Now anything will happen to it, destined to him. We want to extend we heartfelt condolences to the family of a member of parliament who died yesterday in a road accident. He was coming from Cambia. Now, one of the APC members of parliament where they represent Cambia district. A young man, I've interacted with him a few times. The term them way Monday YV they cover parliament few times, and understand say involved in a road accident and he died. And sadly now waiting very sad with we now that we person die in an accident quick you don't see in video in picture online. That's where sometimes the family go get for no self say this person don't die, and it's sad. I see video from yesterday in the show. I'll get in picture the announcements we they make, we parliament make yesterday. We be able to carry that out and put the story out about in death. But it's sad seeing how, people in FIMAM, in Ledom, and they share that video there around and the photos of them as well. Sometimes we just need for be decent as a people. We need for be decent. You just need for imagine this was me or this is my relative. Somebody they passing picture around so in die one, helpless. Imagine that man gets picking and picking see that picture there or that video there. Imagine in wife, in brother, in mama, in papa. Just get in thoughts and they put yourself in that situation and they. How you go feel, how you go react. So sometimes we can report the story without being, citizen journalism self gets some responsibility. Even if you not to journalists, we go through the practice, and sometimes even journalists do these things, sadly. But we can do better as a people. And we roads, accident definitely get for happen. Accidents will happen and they will happen. People will die. It might be any one of us. But we roads, me, I don't see accidents. I remember some years ago I raised concern about this. I've been at Mashaka, I've been the drive Como McKinney. I see accidents. The road block. The accident will happen. It was gruesome. And I see how young people them way go for go help. We actually putting some of them people up on top Okada for rush them go to the clinic where they around there. And sometimes how we emergency service them not can be available at the moments and they, you know, you they wonder this country we don't buy ambulance. I don't think say country then we don't buy ambulance reach we safe. But imagine any kind of strategic points and the way you go think say you might have an ambulance service we go there around in case of any accidents. One way go by that mile 91 part, the McKinney part, while we go there around Masheka in case of any because sometimes the accident, if there is an emergency service, they might help whoever involved in them. But some people, because you know they go handle them, not understand how to deal with them, you know, not so inside ambulance and go they say they reach a health facility. It's tough. It's tough. I don't see. I've seen, I've seen how it's difficult for even people who they go for go help for able help, you know, for handle them people and they put them on top bike for run with them no more, carry them go na health facility them. You know, Dr. Kapua na Connaught Hospital writes an article recently about how a lot of people they die through road accidents. We're not paying attention. Well, we know people who can pay attention to them. What happened to some public figure, like what happened to a member of parliament, so or more people die, we can raise alarm, we Allah. But when they put the things in place, where accident definitely will happen. I'm not saying it won't happen, but things and they will go put in place where probably in a patrol on the highway, we go tell people them how for drive, slow down, or you get emergency service where they pass in case there is an accident, they're able to pick up them people there and carry them go fast. Now hospital, you know, the other head of SLRSA, I remember I've been the talk and they try for they want get I don't know hospital they want bill along my 91 or so or get a center outside, you know, motorcar then go there for the two motorcar if they get accident pull in a road. And sometimes vehicle, then stationary vehicle and go park, no get light, somebody go come and weapon and no more, people in the speed. Man, you know, something that would happen to we now we safe. Now God, we believe in God. But sometimes it's ourselves. What do they do to we safe? The things we do. Things we could prevent, things we could handle better. We not agree with the left and so no more. We just say left and so. And they become problem. And it can be any one of us. This is what I keep saying. Sometimes when bad things happen, you need to pick, you need to choose safe, who than you, whose power you get, which status you did. We've seen very powerful people being killed on this road. We don't see them all. People that we get power, people that we get money, people who get status in society, involved in some reckless accident and then die. And there's no emergency service for even help them. Remember the late Alpha Joe, the footballer, and a Godrich. It's in happy with her. We see these things, we talk about them, few times, we forget about them, we move on. Next, you don't know, it might be me, it might be you, moving on the road again, some other reckless person come and drive, or somebody park in stationary vehicle, not get any reflector, you go, you work Panam and die. I remember some months ago, there's this guy we died, he didn't at the NGO sector. On a Saturday, I saw this guy, now he see myself, he tell me I do, now lonely. Yeah, he put in glass down, he waved to me, been inside the Toyota Motokade. We tell her to find, smile, laugh. On a Monday, now he say, this man don't die. They say he was going to the provinces. He drive away, Pamotoka, he die. Yeah, anything can happen to any one of us. But things and the work can do for prevent the problem they are. We institutions them, Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, the police, ambulance service, you know, are still not able to understand why this age and time, at this time, man, we don't get some some serious medical system or hospital along this road. We go serve people in that area in case if there is any emergency or accident, they will carry them go to Masheka or some side around there, you know, instead of you get for take somebody bring and come free tongue back, you know. Let God answer our prayer them. Let Allah make life easy for we. Let Allah make with you all this strive for make this place better and better. Because if this place not better, it affect you all. You need to pick, you need to choose. You know, I know whose party you there, whose side you not there. If healthcare is a problem, it affects everyone. If systems are not there for prevent then thing they are and provide services when there is an emergency, it affects everyone. It doesn't pick which party you belong, who that you vote for, who that you dance for. Which is why they say we all get a responsibility for ask questions. Democracy and good governance will only work well when we ask questions and all people that will give power accountable. But all we self accountable as a people as well. We self get responsibility. So with that, we pledge, we just want to extend our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family. May Allah provide them ease during this difficult time, you know, and may Allah sorry for the Member of Parliament, Honorable Dua Koma, lost in life yesterday in an accident. And sadly, you know, in picture, in video, all day out, you know, and we as a people can do better. You don't want your family for see you involved in accidents, you don't die, and see your body there all over social media. So sometimes we just need for sure a little bit of respect to people and put yourself in them position, them family members them. How could someone react if you see in daddy, if you see in border, in Pekin, in that state there? You know, just remember that. You can tell the story about an accident, someone is dead, without sharing those gruesome and, you know, photos or whatever. I'll take a pledge this morning as now we commitment to this country. See the Leon Stars they play, oh, share, this time in green, white, and blue. Leon Stars they play, we can talk to Ishmael Saidu Kanu, the media officer attached to Leon Stars and the Liberia. This is a very crucial match. A match for win, for able for members who go qualify for go World Cup. If we no win, Albarca, we don't pull on. No for pull on if we no win today. So we're going to talk to Ishmael at the program this morning. Like I said, we're going to talk about Kush. We're going to get Dr. Carol Labor, and we are mental health specialist. We also going to talk to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. We'll take a pledge and we commitment to this country for sure. Say we love Sierra Leone. We pledge with love and loyalty and go always put in interest above all else. They'll take that any side now for join we not for the sit down no more and say you do you self put your hand on your chest and follow. Pledge your love and loyalty to this country. Give your commitments to Salone. And you can say always people and they ask what in the country don't do for them. You self ask yourself what you do for this country. Not give up or not lose hope. Lord, take a pledge. They come back shortly.
My love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to all faithful at all the time. I promise to defend and honor and always work for our unity, for our prosperity. I put that inside for us always. So help me God, so help me God. My love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to serve and faithfully at all the times. I promise to defend on a humble way, forwards walk. My unity, mystery, I unity for my prosperity. I put an interest above all else. So help me God, so help me God.
Give up
Give up on Salone, hope day. Pledge your love and loyalty and commit yourself for doing right as a citizen. Until we all do that, then things go get better. The people that way they rule we not to alien them, not to space and come on, not to any other world and come on. I had day people that way born here, go school here, go college here, some are left, he go diaspora, first he come back, he get job. Our paddy there, our family, our brother, our sister them, we auntie, we uncle them. Not so alien them all can say country they get the president who they deserve. Because now they vote. So other man, if you're not a citizen for us, you need to vote. If you not reach 18 years for able to make sound judgment, if you're not well, you get mental problem, you know they vote. So for them at that state of mind, where you for able to decide waiting right and waiting wrong for you vote. And the people we vote for are not aliens. Sometimes they now can tell themselves, one brother in this year, be telling us say somebody say dream me. One brother say dream me. I'm afraid for talk the dream self. Send me message now, man of God. He saying a man of God. It can remind me about one guy we pray for one man, Edward. He said in 3 months' time, Edward in life could change. After 3 months, Edward remind me, say, brah, man still in at this same job and nothing happy. And funnily, Edward sow seed. The guy asked him for sow seed. He said for sow seed, for him make the prayer for him. And Edward sow seed, but nothing not change. So I get this random message on WhatsApp where somebody send me, say, it's a vision for me. I'm afraid for I'm afraid for talk waiting at the prayer, waiting at the vision we see for me. But and sometimes the points I'm making is sometimes now we can get people into politics if now community them. Say, brah, we believe in you. Can be with MP, can be with councillor. Yes. The day some man can come out say me I want to be president. Can be president of this country. So now we can push them sometimes. As they begin do good, small good, we begin to don't you, better pass you there self, better pass you there. We not can understand say some of them good the way them brother they do. Not to charity, we not people the way we not can pay attention. We they get distracted quickly. We can forget about things there. Can watch man and then can and spend. We then get power. Where they avoid will begin complaining. Forget say that man not to charity in the give. Now invest in it. Now like business, where man they put in capital, they expect for get profit. We got a lot of good people in governance. We got a lot of good people where they go for serve. But wallahi, majority, parliament they open Thursday. Member of parliament have been there on recess. How many of them go to your community? How many of them you get meeting with? For talk to you about your problem, for tell you about the law that we don't pass, waiting and don't do. How many of them? Check, ask. I want to answer me this morning. No, this morning I want to talk to you. If una with online, una tell we ba. You shall be a member of parliament. Una meet up, una talk, recess. And go recess about 2 months ago, 2 months now. Then they resume on Thursday. How many of them go now in a community? And one will be they go now in a do more for campaign. This PR system, some are not have been MP safe. Sometimes when people call me, there is a problem in the community and all. I can ask them, who don't know a MP? Who don't know a member of parliament? Who don't know a councillor? People don't know them. That's the reality. They don't. So check this morning. You member of parliament, they resume work on Thursday. How many of them wanna meet? This time always and get this recess. How many of them old town all our communities them, go now on schools, wanna picking and schools them, go na the masjid, go na the church, meet with una, talk with una, understand una problem, tell una how many bills and don't pass, how many of them get for touch una life directly, how many of them then disagree with. Check, tell me this morning. Look at this conversation. Tell me. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, safe. Not tomorrow, then they resume. Me, they say Thursday, I feel say they far. Not tomorrow. How many of your MP come to you and talk to you? We can forget quick. Oh, I get plenty party there with an MP. I get some mad with me family and safe. And I get one way can complain, say people and they harass them too much. We not so we they responsible for development. All man get pull na those self we can't so we married. Where they want the power? Where man they want symbol? Where they want to vote for them? I like na Guinea goal football in a community safe. Then they go there. And they go now then they go do the kickoff. Punado, married, burying, everything that they attend. Then they get an understanding. They will say this all not so my responsibility. Now then go make road. Now then go make pump. Now then go do this. Now then go do that. But when they get power, now they tell you, I say, no, not so be responsible for development. Go to your councillor. We now for pass law. We now for do supervision, monitor, oversight function. And go to the MP, then go begin tell you the role for pass law, oversight function. I think at 3, then get all our no member for advocates. So we then get the role them. But when they want the symbol or want the power, they don't understand all this. They come to you. Then they will tune now. Now the false sleeve, false trusses, gonna gutter clean. Or then get them. Now, I just really understand this. There was a package where the previous speaker, I remember that was an issue I raised on Facebook before now, about some benefits where members of parliament can forget. If you spend 2 times, if you do 2 terms, you do like 10 years as a member of parliament, you get lifetime entitlement, benefits, lifetime, till you die. If you come on a parliament, you get benefits till you die. Till you die, what will they pay you as a country? Will they pay you that benefit, say? If you spend 1 term, no more 1 term, there is an amount, I think now 50,000 leons. I don't remember, I go check. But there is an amount what they pay you. What they give you. Say, okay, for the 1 term where you serve, go, take them. And you don't benefit this. But if you go back, you go get the symbol and come back in a parliament again. Remember, we don't pay you off for the 1 term where you do. But if you go back, you go get the symbol. Or then put you back, you can't have parliament back. I know that is the case for some people. I know somebody where some people, not to oneself, we've been member of parliament, they're not given symbol again, or I think they lost or so, but then come back, now members of parliament then now. So then people and they then complete their term back, then do 2 terms, we're gonna pay them lifetime benefits, lifetime for life. So if you're a young man, you're in your 20s, you go to parliament, you do 2 terms, 20 plus 5, 25 plus 5, 30 years. Inside 30 years, you don't get lifetime pension. You don't get benefits, lifetime. So if you left parliament back safe, they appoint you for that job, you can't be minister. We left that minister walk the back, you get benefits. So that's what man ever think about. Think about the amount of money they spend on people in politics. So now make way man not they play this team for the symbol over go parliament too. And man the way they me don't hear man and they tell you, bruh, this Sleman completely 2 term. That benefits the banking consider any side and the term and go for me private sector business. But you know, every month you get some benefits where they come that we pay to you. You know? So it's a win-win for some people. It's business. They can go there, then get a connection, they're able to do them 2 times or do 1 time again in one-off benefits, you go. Then can give them allowances back, then they travel, then get diplomatic passports, get committees there with them they. You know, if you do 2 times, you get your lifetime benefits, then you're fine. The state takes care of you. But the point I'm making is this morning is the people away with the vote for the parliament, the president, the councillors, mayors, chairpersons, not to alien them. They are people, they're part of us, which is why we should not be afraid to speak to them. Not afraid. Afraid person who respects everybody for respect. But you shouldn't be afraid for talk to them. Because if then they come to you when they want power, they come down to you in your communities, they come to your doors, they knock. There is nothing wrong for you to ask them questions and hold them accountable. Democracy will only survive. Democracy and good governance will only survive if we all people we give power accountable and all we serve as citizens accountable. It's a social contract that we should do. So if you think for BMP, don't forget to give them a deep thought. You can get some lifetime benefits. If you're young now, you can get some lifetime benefits from them. But they can't talk to Ishmael Saidu Koma, Ishmael Saidu Kanu, sorry, my colleague and friend. They with the squad in Liberia now, the Leon Stars squad. And then they prepare for the match today. This is a very crucial match that we should win for members here they qualify for Go World Cup. But they can't take the roll call this morning. Let me check Uda day online, Uda day in a school this morning, Uda present yesterday at the mayor ring bell for we. You know, it was very cool and nice. Forget the mayor of the city, you know, for ring bell for you. Lord, wait me bell. Man, I know they joke with this thing. This I ain't get the game. I ain't the hard pan the game. So man, they not for joke with them, you know. And the difference is so where we can make. They ring bell for on a morning. When they show bell for person on a ring, they ring the bell. Yeah, let's do the roll call. Alaji B. Kaba, good morning. Alaji B. Kaba saying I'm Mayor Constituency 036 McKinney and also being a member of parliament, not to talk about my councillor. Ali Matu, exactly, and they're serving us. We should hold them to task. Mohamed Zito, good morning. Truth Media, good morning, Mohamed. Sheikh Umar Ujalo, good morning, my brother. Umar Sissoko, good morning. Karimu Kenneth, Lama make that pastor. That pastor is a vision for me, bro. I'm afraid for talk. I'm afraid. Me bang where the brat tell me what in the see. Uda for being at this country. I watch myself. I watch. I say, this bro, not a mistake, he don't mistake, so yeah, but but some vision and the way some man go see for you, Albarka, you know, Alhamdulillah, lay pass. Yeah, Karimu, okay, yes, Karimu Kenneth, good morning and welcome. Greatness, Januzaz, Abdul Tijan Kagbo, Daik Koma, Daik, me know they join politics, but me know, I know. Well, I can tell people them say not all of we cut off for politics, you know. It's the people and they very good people and they in politics. So people and they way are very good people and they're in politics. It's a choice. It's a choice, you know. But another thing where I think say I can do. Not a thing where I me pray myself why they pray to God now for. This is what I enjoy doing. I keep telling people. Sometimes it's good that you get yourself involved in something where they enjoy for do. The passion for do they make you try for perfect yourself, and you they get fulfilled where you do you know. Yeah. Eddie Grant say, a former speaker, Dr. Abbas Bundu, be make such decision and then votes. Yeah, then been votes, Eddie Grant. You know, publicly, some of we been raised that concern. They share around the document. First Parliament be denied the documents. Later, then vote. They agree on them. They say no, then for agree. Then votes. Then votes. They supported it. The correct amount of one time is 50,000. Yes, somebody just don't remind me. Hassan Cedric Kama. Thank you, Hassan. $50,000. If you serve one time, I need to verify that anyway. But I recall it was in around 50. I don't know if it's leons or dollar. I go verify that anyway. Karimu Kenneth, parliamentarian, a cartel business and depa, awatamu amrobri at its highest. May Allah help us. One time, somebody said don't verify. One time, where you do one time, you get 50 grand, bruh. $50,000. Now you get pam, you go. We serve for one time no more. Now you benefit Sunday. So think about it. Yeah, Marie Kamara, good morning. Sergio Jalo, none of them for my district held such a meeting had roots. Great, okay. Ibrahim Ansari, sadly, none of them, bruh. Some of them travel go overseas during the break. We didn't get politicians them na this country, no honest trust, bruh. Paul Charlie Cocker, good morning, bruh. Some man of God, them life, spiritual, but the best pray for yourself and know your problem. That's it. Pray for yourselves, man. It's best salvation. I mean, know what I want. Allah know what I want, and He go guide me. Grace, Pastor, see visions. Grace, this devotion, all and so on. How they all. But that pastor, me being the afraid for talking vision, but look, keep on for us. Sauda to Jase, I not see me MP. Sijanes Kuma, good morning from Putloko. Good morning, my brother. Good morning, Poppy Box. Poppy Box of Bakeloko. Good morning, my brother. Awatamu, then go when 2028 come. They don't care. Bellage Godwin. But the man feel say, okay, this not too clear. Abraham F. Kuma, Karimu Kenneth. Good morning, my people. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Alusai Emso, Malik. Plenty of people, they say they don't see the MP them. But do you ask questions? You ask questions? You know, not so for then for singer dance and turn on Facebook no more. Then WhatsApp group there. If you check some community that your MP then they ask them question there. Or you know for dance no more way politics come, dance APC, SLPP. You know they ask them question, you know they hold them accountable. They don't pass plenty law them. I tell you the other day now. They don't pass plenty law in parliament. They ever come meet you and say that this and this you don't pass. Now this get for affect your life. You get the Finance Act. You get a lot of things that we pass. And with the MP then we then they serve. We all know able to go sit on a parliament. So I mean they choose people them. Now on a political party they will choose. Do the PR system, then go sit on there. But now we then they represent. So they should engage us. They should. Right now, community radio them plenty. I'd imagine if MP announce I go then at this radio and call and ask me question, I talk to now in community. You able to interact with your people them. You go Facebook Live safe, you able to interact with your people them. You know, but anyway, yeah, Mohammed Malema Jallo, good morning. Mustafa Kone, Lamboy Richie, Mustafa Kata, yeah. Mustafa Kata, they do the pledge for we. Do your own pledge and send them, bruh. Pledge, bruh. Get the people and at the farm, let them do some pledge. It will be cool, my brother. Do a video of them, you know, doing the pledge or the anthem and send for. We definitely will carry them at this platform. Yeah, it's Mustafa Kata says SLRS should invest more in the safety side of Monday. They need to install highway patrol system to monitor speed limits, drink driving. So, Mustafa, this is the point. You know, anybody will come na them public office here, the cow the young program. I mean, I remember the person, the reverend we've been the SLRS before this new guy. Actually, I mean, they see they go on that side there, then been go brush on side of mile 91, say then get for they get patrol where they go, then get motoka them for tow, motoka we broke down. But how we can forget about anything and then just left there? It's like people and can just do it for papi show, call the media, call bloggers, and carry the news, bam, it's done. But it's a basic thing the way they say so. Basic things that we're able to provide now, we hold them. But we are not. It's sad. You know, Ibrahim Bangura, man, and the Mokodi pledge. Now, school picking them. So, what you can do the pledge, sometimes we go to the schools and record them, you know, with the consent of the school authorities, record them and can play. So, we've been asking people them, if you can do pledge, just send it to us. We'll definitely bring them up. Good morning, Peter Beckley. I understand. You late small. We understand. Abubakar Kamara, Mustafa Payo Sise. A lot of people. Kingston Alsina, Alaji Sawane, Sulaiman Jallo, Ayatu Kamara Al-Gali. Good morning, my people. Ibrahim Ibikanu, my brother Namakeni. Good morning. Of FC Cologne. Hopefully, Leon Star go beat today. Check no Majuba, Yusuf Jallo, Ibrahim A. Kamara, Tijan M. Kaikai, Ali Mujawa. But one brother will make me play, brother. And I say, brother, you know why you know they call me name, but I don't look for and say I defend now, but I don't see him. He say, brother, now my name you know one call. Why you know they call me name? Brother, I say I don't see you. I don't look this morning, but I don't see you. And I truly not see you. I think he sent me a message. Yeah, he sent me a message na Facebook. Say why me not they calling him, but I don't look now. No see him. But good morning and welcome everyone. Good morning and welcome. We need for one. We can talk to we colleague and friend na Kenema. We understand say a campaign was launched yesterday against drug abuse. We get for talk to Cleverson. And also, we get for talk to Ishmael Saidu Kanu, we with Leon Stars, as we look around Leon Stars' preparation for the match today. But first, let's take this video. And Usai, the president gets a meeting yesterday on the Feed Salon projects, the agriculture sector. People already support for the Feed Salon program. And the president make some announcement there yesterday. We'll just take this video, then we'll come, we'll go for connect to Kenema. And then we go Liberia, then we welcome we guests in our studio as we talk about Kush. Still they talk about Kush and drug abuse in this country.
We are entering the third year of the implementation of Feed Salon. And I'm proud to say that we have made a tremendous effort over the past 2 years and laid a very solid foundation. One that is built on policy reforms and an evident national drive to do farming as a business. Over the past 2 years, Feed Salon has moved from a vision to a tangible impact. And we are growing more and importing less. In 2024 alone, rice production increased by 8%, leading to a 13% reduction in rice imports and saving the nation over 15 million United States dollars. But beyond rice, ladies and gentlemen, we are diversifying our food basket. Over the past 2 years, egg imports have fallen by 21%, and locally produced eggs are now 10% cheaper. In addition to that, our strategic market interventions and increased domestic supply have also made local onion 20% more affordable than imported varieties. The World Food Programme has cut its reliance on imported rice from 90% to 60%, sourcing the remaining 30% directly from Sierra Leone's farmers.
That's now His Excellency the President yesterday, now a meeting at State House on the Feed Salon, the progress, challenges, and opportunities as you see from the President waiting to say. The President also announced yesterday the One Egg Per Child program, we say they begin next year. He announced that yesterday at that meeting day. The One Egg Per Child, as you can see. Hopefully, yesterday we'll share this. We get a lot of questions. Now we get for happy. Now school picking the normal. If they get for give them bread, they get for give them bread and butter. They get for give them Kool-Aid. Somebody say the part just need for add bread pandis. So they add bread pandis so it could not address the bread and butter issue. If the bread and butter the egg day, then problem don't solve. But yeah, this is one of the things that the president announced yesterday. The One Egg Per Child program, we say they begin next year. And the understanding why I get this now how for support people that we get poultry in a saloon instead of importing eggs. And the egg them, according to the president, we then get for the Guinea locally produced eggs, from poultry them in a saloon. And I think it's a project that could support, with people that we get poultry in the country with production and sales as well. We see how na Kono some young people get farm and then they produce rice with WFP they buy for do the school feeding program. So some of these initiatives will definitely create job, boost the private sector, help the economy, and we look forward to. And but parents say they allow beg you say they add bread pandis, bread and butter, they add out the egg. So the parents go know now say when picking go to school, you get bread and butter, then egg back there. So the picking itself go glad for go school. We say bread and butter and egg day. But the game you don't done so you don't done the game. Yeah, we look forward to this and hopefully we'll get government authorities and the minister for explain more on how it's gonna phase out and how they get for implement them and how the picking go benefit from them. So we can't talk about drug this morning. But let's just watch this story we put together. We don't get Alpha Khan new name. Alpha Khan, Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan, the presidential spokesman. The man he always available. He's around. If you call him, Hello can talk about this. He's coming, and I want good attribute of about you call him that he wants to talk about the president. He'll make himself available and be ready for can talk. The other day I get for Rush Komoya to we go AYV, get for go Epic, get for go Liberty. So put these reports together. When my colleague Olainka puts together, let me just watch them. We'll come back. We can try for talk to Ishmael Saidu Kanu. Then we go to we guess them.
Alhaji Alpha Sahid Bakar Kanu, where people sabi as Alpha Khan, now the political GPS we know the ever lost signal. It don't work all side inside salon politics and it sabi the game. It start as strong APC man and claim the political ladder fast. During an Eskoroma term, he be all big position there and even be a nursing mentor man, we're always ready for handle the mic. Inside 2018, he tried for be flag bearer for APC, but it not be happen. Just when people feel say he go die as APC man, he turn SLPP and even be the top man for President's PO. Recently, in Truth Media, he make dua for the country.
نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Inside the same week na AYV, he cough and ask for water.
Give me water. When the UN works?
Na Liberty TV, he said let them not ask a question where they tick Lisa.
You answer the questions.
Yeah, then you wait for me to make a clarify before you come in and begin to insinuate and go forward.
Follow-up questions.
That is not a follow-up. That is a tick-listen question. Tick-listen.
And na Epic Radio, he talk say the president gets sense pass all man of the country.
Well, the president gets sense pass we all.
But the big question now, it goes still strong for the 2028 elections or age go to make it higher?
That's na Alhaji Alpha Said Bakar Kanu, Alpha Khan, as we all know him for, na that report they will put them together, for as an update, as in media around them. We pray say Allah again the strength and well body for still there around and serve this country. Now they serve, you don't serve. I'm very lucky, man. You don't serve to president them diligently. You know? But that's it. That's it. Alpha Khan. We hopefully get forget that. We don't get a new name. Now the political GPS now. You know, in GPS they go. They go off. No matter who is in power, he's ready. Saying a Saloni they serve. We still let's have a connect to we colleague na Liberia, but slow go Kenema. Usai we go talk to Ishmael Saidu Kanu. Let we go. Yes, somebody just don't send to me some updates about waiting I've been talk about this. Yes, this is the document actually. Outgoing speaker should be entitled to the following at the time of leaving office: retain one of the official vehicles in his possession, 3 security personnel provided by the state, and home furniture to the tune of 50,000 leones. Outgoing deputy speaker shall be entitled to the following: retain one of the official vehicles in his possession, 2 security personnel provided by the state, home furniture to the tune of 30,000 leones. And they say a deputy shall be entitled, any person who before ceasing to be a member of parliament has served as such member of for 2 terms, whether or not the terms are consecutive or as the speaker or deputy speaker for a qualifying period of 5 years, is entitled to a monthly pension calculated at 80% of the gross terminal salaries. Any person who before ceasing to be a member of parliament has served as such member for 1 term and has further served as clerk of parliament for qualifying period of 5 years is entitled to a monthly pension calculated at 80% of his gross salary. This now there shall be an increment of 23% in the pension of former members of parliament every 5 years. The speaker, members of parliament, and clerk of parliament shall be entitled to 2 months recess each year and 1 month gross salary as recess allowance. A sitting fee for speaker, member of parliament, clerk of parliament, and chamber shall be computed on a daily basis. Yes, a lot of the annual budget of parliament. Yes, so thanks to Francis. Now Francis sent me this. I'll go through this again and give people a more detail. We need for go Kenema. But thanks to Francis, now he sent me this document. And yeah, like I've been saying, it was something I raised some time ago about the benefits for members of parliament them, you know. So you get a lot of people who rush for go parliament. If you come on 1 time, save the benefit you get can go start something else. Let me go Kenema and try for see if we can talk to we colleague Cleversin. Good morning, Cleversin.
Good morning, Lamrana, and of course, viewers and listeners for Truth Media.
Yeah, so what's the update from Kenema with regards to drugs, the drug crisis that we're talking about? We understand, say, police been get some engagement there yesterday.
Yeah, indeed. Of course, like we don't dedicate this week thoroughly to the drug issue in the country. As of yesterday, the Sierra Leone Police, through the leadership of the Kenema Police Division, headed by Superintendent Bob Musa Mansari, being therefore make an official, launch now the Ahmadiyya Muslim Secondary School, now Kenema, with regard anti-drug and indiscipline at the school. So it was a whole session, but something being therefore come up. As we all know, say, the issue of drug is like everybody involved, even people where they below 18 are involved into this drug misuse and abuse or addiction. So according to the public face of the Sierra Leone Police and the Eastern Region, and they therefore make known to me, say, where they go yesterday prior to engaging the pupils, they began forget a staff or school authorities engagement. Also, they get for going out if particularly involved into this drug issue in the school day. So an issue we get for come out say a people being the get for kitchen with tramadol, the Pakistan, it is selling. So but then according to the SLP, they not be reports the matter. So the Sierra Leone Police, well, they begin for action, we see they go for they say they go expel the bobo in the school. So they begin for further ask if how it begin for get access to this tramadol. So according to within the teachers they begin for report to the SLP now that instead gets are from one part in compute them when serving out at school. So it comes to think of the chain, how this whole thing is going, you see. And
Yeah,
the whole
so
thing,
this is the point I'm making. Apart from the communities, it's going to the schools now. And that's worrying and alarming that the drug business, they go to the school picking them.
yeah, sure. And if you come to think of it, this is not the very first time this is happening. You know, when you go to boys' schools, for example, these are things where very much evidential and existential. Not something where we just need for talk's sake. It very much evidence where it happened there. But the police now taking this bold step, we are just asking the police how committed, devoted will they be in terms of following up these moves so that they make so. Because even though they can't work in isolation, they need information, and those information that they act upon, they similarly need for go they intensify the monitoring aspect of all of waiting that they do so. Because if not, it's just like waiting I've said all the time, take up the streets, say stop cruise. That will not solve the problem. But taking a very tougher, intense decision or action will help for constant days. Amadabna just a case study yesterday with the launch and the intent for they go extend them to other bigger schools within the city of Kenema.
So what's in the assessment of yesterday I talked to the guy where they run the
Dr.
private
Banya.
rehab center, and he was talking about the challenges. They know they get support, you know, and they get a lot of people, and they want for increase the number of people that within they take, but the support is not there. Now, Freetown here, we see a lot of young people where they roam about and get so foods, they pass around, we see them, then they struggle. What's in the situation with that na Kenema?
Well, of course, here in Kenema, like you rightly been talked with Dr. Banya yesterday, where na one pali people and where they run a rehab center in Kenema. With regard they push people and where they ravage the streets, of course, with slow foods. It's similarly evident here, Lama. It's similarly evident here. Yesterday, I will get for late a little bit. Na street to 11 to 12. When you get to some points where na hotspot staying at the turn, you come to see young people, not even boys now, but even girls. Where I mean, the thing is getting to a peak that if not only prayer will solve this, even we just need for take the right step in stopping this. Because if not, a lot of homes, a lot of colleague young people no will live for tell the story of tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it is happening here. It's no joke. Young people right now take up the streets na Kenema. You see that they pass, they crease, they don't get food suits na food. They just act abnormally, you know. So the aspect of them being on the streets, it's evident here. It happened going at the corners, not even within the city, because what they can do most often because of societal stigma, because when somebody come on and talk, say inactive man, in 70, they can decide now, like also for the then outskirts of the Kenema.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
Cleverson, thank you so much. We go keep an eye on this. Like I say, we spend this whole week and on this whole issue we get for do with drugs and all of that, you know, and we can't talk to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
Sure.
We get for talk to Dr. Carol Labor, we na mental health expert. We just want to look at the relationship between drug abuse and mental health and all of that. Hopefully we'll get the police this week. We don't make a request for get them possibly tomorrow. We will get them at the show for talk about waiting at their own intervention as well. The Ministry of Social Welfare, and we still try to get access to the task force so that they lead the task force waiting and none they do for talk about this situation. But thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Okay.
Thank you. We take the report we Nafisatu Olanka do on Honorable Alaji Alpha Khan. Then we come get we guest for joining with this morning. We still they try to get with colleague in Liberia. We're not able to get them on the video call yet. We'll get them. We'll bring and come up in the program. Don't forget, say Leon Stars they play today against Burkina Faso. It's a crucial match. We need for win, for be hopeful, for qualify for the World Cup. We get for broadcast that match the live na we online platforms today as well. As soon as we get clearance and the link to that. But let's take these reports quickly as they can join with guests for start the conversation this morning.
Alhaji Alpha Sahid Bakar Kanu, where people sabi as Alpha Khan, now the political GPS we know the ever lost signal. It don't work all side inside salon politics and it sabi the game. It start as strong APC man and claim the political leader fast. During an Eskoroma term, he be all big position there and even be a nursing mentor man, we're always ready for handle the mic. Inside 2018, he tried for be flag bearer for APC, but it not be happening. Just when people feel say he go die as APC man, he turn SLPP and even be the talk man for President PO. Recently, in Truth Media, he make dua for the country.
نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Inside the same week na AYV, he cough and ask for water.
Give me water. When the UN works?
Na Liberty TV, he said let them not ask a question where they tick Lisa.
You answer the questions.
Yeah, then you wait for me to make a clarify before you come in and begin to insinuate and go forward.
Follow-up questions.
That is not a follow-up. That is a tick listen question. Tick listen.
And na Epic Radio, he talk say the president gets sense pass all man of the country.
Well, the president gets sense pass we all.
But the big question now, it goes still strong for the 2028 elections or age go to make it tire?
We mama them they cry, with them they watch them picking them they die, do ya we they beg the mommy and the guy, cause now we wanna sell them go buy, this cushion deadly. So, with all due respect, I'm not talk waiting you no know. Who say you they way life they give me on the lolo. Don't they do music more than a decade ago? Say now man them no blow. Your speech was nonsensicality. Excuse me French. Me not so non-entity, but still in a trench. Just wanna escape reality. Eventuality, no matter the quantity, the dust not the quench. Now I not get nothing when I'm me own. For Kusha don't sell me asset, sell me phone. Where the feeling can camper me, in all the pamper me. So pass a Gucci for ton clean saloon. Watermelon not so funky. 2 weeks ago now so then tie me like a monkey. Cause the addiction can control me like a conky. This thing no idol man don't know say me na junkie. Don't fever zombie. This thing evil, this thing a devil. It don't deteriorate me to a whole other level. Not so this man been expect man don't lose me respect. Now the people they look me like rebel. Sam the kush, don't bug me area. Sam the kush, don't bug me career. A small bush, don't turn all that in ya. All man they push, where I pass na area. What are they try? Myself no one die, I start full not on me body, this I just a dry. If I say I know I left, I'm a lie.
From the political GPS back to the studios where they can talk about drug abuse, the drug crisis, all the face of the country. And don't forget the question of the week. Now, whether you think, say, government, they do more, for address the drug problem na this country. You can send your answer yes or no to the short code 239 and tell me whether governments they address the Sierra Leone youth drug crisis effectively. The president, where he been go US recently, he been engaged, Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora. And one of the things we always talk about, and most people are concerned about, now the drug situation as alone. Don't talk to people in the UK, somebody in the UK said for talk, he was so annoyed and think say then they get bad name. There's this talk about most of the people that we dey into drugs now UK then come on and London people them sell union say we don't be say and then they can't pull people in Aya and all. So he was frustrated. Then they try for mobilize for see how they go raise awareness and engage people them. And also na America, there are people who are concerned, who are seriously concerned in the US as well. They are highly seriously then concerned also na US and other part of the world. And presidents engage them with go US recently. We never can watch that video there, but I just get notification say we don't get we guest we colleague Ishmael Saidu Kanu na Liberia for giving some updates about Leon Stars. Good morning, Ishmael.
Good morning, Lamana, and good morning to listeners and viewers of Tutu.
Yes, thanks for joining us. Waiting at the tempo at the Leon Stars camp presently as we prepare for the match today. This is a very crucial match, but I want to watch World Cup. I need for giving results.
Yes, exactly. So basically, today I just work this morning because today I ended the game yesterday evening and we don't do a training session, ahead of this very crucial match today at 4 p.m. at the SKD Stadium. So nothing more go like the tension all day, just basic work this morning and all the players in the try for put their mind together for the game.
All the players then don't arrive now. The foreign base players them wait for join the squad and they with the team now.
Yeah, all man there, the 25 players, all man there, gear up and ready for the match today. Players there, so we get more home base players. Them get 14, then the rest now foreign base players. All and they're ready for this game today.
Okay, so Ishmael, there is an analysis where I've been see the SLFA been pull out. I've been see if they send them around. What's a win mean for we now this match today?
Maybe, for now, Burkina Faso gets 15 points. Mind you, we are Burkina Faso the second spot to the first for because now we with the first spot and get 20 points and just need for beat Djibouti for still in qualification to the 2026 World Cup. So now the second spot we in Burkina Faso the first for then gets 15 points because we first leg with so if this
they get a poor network with Ishmael out there. Hello, Ishmael.
Today, yes, I get you.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, so as I say, we on points, Burkina Faso they on 15. We need for win this game. We win the points with them, but because of head-to-head with the top, we go second. But I don't mean say we don't qualify. We need for win the Djibouti game as well and Morocco on Sunday. We'll win that game there on Sunday. We maintain we second spot. But then for watch now the 9 groups them for the best 4 second spot places. If we then at the 4 second places, then we go to the continental playoffs. So basically,
so what if we draw? What if we get a draw? We get another match against the Djibouti.
We get it. If we get it, we get 13. Then Burkina Faso they get 16. It will be very difficult to win now. If we go beat Djibouti, we for hope Ethiopia and Faso, but and the same will be very difficult to qualify because as well watch if we ever watch yellow card, then ever watch big goal scored whether na 2-2 and na 1-1 year. So now they risky for say for win a must win game can take we to instant and now they go secure we if we win the Djibouti game and we secure the second spot.
So should we be hopeful? You don't watch the squad, they train, you're there within the team, you don't see the talk with the coaches, the players. Should Sierra Leoneans be hopeful that we will get victory today and continue to get this hope, say we go World Cup?
Yes, full because squad where we get mix, but we get plenty young players in the squad, the experienced players in the squad. So with the determination where I don't see the kind energy and zest we are seeing at the squad, victory is assured because that 2-0 win against Ethiopia will be a springboard, will be a motivation going into particular game, and they really prepared. Really prepared. They read this game today. So that game, I know the mentality where the coach don't instill in the players, and by that you should say the players themselves get turning and then now going into this game today.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Ishmael. We go keep in touch with you and the rest of the squad day, and we wish you the very best. Extend we regards to the coach and the team. I hope say the players and go give the nation a victory, and as well a belated birthday package for the coach we celebrating birthday a few days ago.
Yes, quickly, the president also provide 10 buses for Sierra Leoneans them for come na Liberia, and then go left at any time soon from Bo for make sure so they can support the team because the 12th man at the pitch is very key. So
yeah, it's important.
The president buses, yes. So then they come for can support, and one for say thank you to the president Babadi Kamara for the support.
Thank you so much, and thanks to Mr. President Babadi Kamara. I see Ian Kwekulis don't get some appointments na CAF and FIFA as well.
Exactly.
You know, congratulations to them. And thanks to all you and they go watch the match again with Stadium, you know. Imagine if they give me an ayad and they play, you know, it's important. We will storm the stadium, support the team, and hopefully get a victory. But thanks, Ishmael. We'll keep in touch with you. We wish the team the very best and pray say and hope and believe say we'll get victory. Mawango watch World Cup, brah. We need to go watch World Cup. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Okay, man. Thanks so much for speaking to us. That's now Ishmael Saidu Kanu, the head of the media we attached to the national team Leon Stars. Leon Stars, they play today. Will they play against you know, Burkina Faso, you know, and we need for win. We definitely need for win that match if we're able to qualify. These are the Truths Morning Devotion. My name is Ahmad Lamganaba. We can't talk about drug abuse and kush. We can't talk about that in the program this morning. But before that, let me listen to President Bio. We've been to talk to Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora about kush, about the drug situation and the country, what in government they do, the challenges, and the support that they provide to, you know, then guide we're making called victim through rehabilitation. Let me listen to that.
Push. Drugs is a problem everywhere in the world, but we are more concerned about ours. There are so many aspects to it. Those who bring it, those who distribute it, the one the way they take part in them. So we have a whole task force for this, where they deal with all the aspects from enforcement to the treatment. We get the whole center, so we don't treat the one that. Some, I mean, somebody was saying, somebody goes to school, don't graduate, after 6 months, the shoe don't begin bending, they walk out, they play home, you know. We all have different psychological makeup then. They feel tired and then just go slip into that kind of thing. That is happening to a lot of our young people. And we are picking them up. In fact, there was one that came from the UK. They took him to Ghana. It did not work. They brought him to Freetown. In Mamasa said that he confessed. After we, you know, the guy became one of those who was teaching now about that. It's a very complex problem, you know, drugs, anything with money is difficult. People will do anything. You see what is happening. Past way, they don't begin bombing us or what. They will do anything to get it in. People are making billions out of it. And so It is a tough fight. We continue to, the instruments we have, to say police, we have good ones, we have bad ones. They try to do their part. And then, we had huge cash the way we captured through the port, through the airport. We were born. That they go on virtually air all the time. It's happening. So
Picking them they die, do ya we they beg the mommy and the guy, cause now we wanna sell them go buy, this cushion deadly. So, with all due respect, I'm not talk waiting, you don't know. Who say you they way life, they give me under lolo. Don't they do music more than a decade ago? Say now man them no blow. Your speech was nonsensicality. Excuse me French, me not so non-entity, but still in a trench. Just wanna escape reality, eventuality. No matter the quantity, the dust not the quench. Now I no get nothing when I'm me own. For Kusha don't sell me asset, sell me phone. Where the feeling can camper me, you know they pamper me. So pass a Gucci for ton clean saloon. Watermelon not so punky. 2 weeks ago now so then tie me like a monkey. Cause the addiction can control me like a conky. This thing no idol man don't know say me na junkie. Don't fever zombie. This thing evil, this thing a devil. It don't deteriorate me to a whole other level. Not so this man been expect man don't lose the respect. Now the people they look me like rebel. Sam the kush, don't bug me area. Sam the kush, don't bug me career. A small bush, don't turn all that thing, yeah. All man they push, where you pass na area. What are they try, myself no one die, I start full eye. Not on me body, this I just a dry, If I say I know I left, I'm a de lie, We mama them they cry, Where them they watch them picking them they die, Not so una said we not deny, But now we una sell and we they buy,
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth Media. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Welcoming all we viewers them from across the country and across the world. We can talk about, this week, like I say, we don't dedicate time to talking about drug abuse, mental health, and what will be your role as a people. What we try for doing for create awareness that we get the situation, and now we get for solve more. Somebody no come out aside and can help we. Now we really need for accept and agree, say, this is a problem, and we need for do it right for solve them. So this morning I get the pleasure for welcome at the studios, Ibrahim Samuel Dugba, Director of Drug Prevention Education and Training, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Ibrahim, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Lamrana. Good morning, viewers.
It is a pleasure having you. I also get with me this morning Dr. Carol Labor. Remember, I've been talking to Dr. Labor when we start this program, She was one of our first guests, and to get the pleasure for get the studio today. In a senior advisor on mental health, Ministry of Health, and technical lead, mental health secretariat at the National Public Health Agency, NPHA. Good morning, Dr. Labor, and welcome.
Good morning, Lamara. Good morning, viewers.
Yeah, it is a pleasure having you,
Thank you.
in the studio. Dugba, they start with you, So what thing we they ask is, in this drug issue we will talk about, I always on the point to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. I can show them, I can show people them. Most times when they arrest people them, they show them out, and then can arrest alone people them. I can see where then they say the other time the boss they blame we say now they allow the drugs to go inside the country. But I'm sure it's the same, almost the same agencies. But waiting now the role of and the mandate of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency as we get this conversation on the drug crisis we face with presently in our salon.
Okay. Lamrana, thank you very much, because I know see the Truth Media who do so. It's not about waiting they can't say no more. It's about being honest to Sierra Leoneans. And in your way for fights this fight na in this way for a key platform. First, I want to start with recognizing the fact say there is a drug problem. And drug problem in Sierra Leone, not just Sierra Leone, is a global problem. So the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency gets a mission, gets a vision before we come to the mandate. The vision of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency now for ensure say this agency makes Sierra Leone a healthy, free nation from drug or harm causes of drug-related abuse to the citizens or people living in Sierra Leone. When you come to the mission statement, it tells you now for coordinate national, sub-regional, regional, and international multi-agency strategy. And this multi-agency strategy now for increased public awareness, education, research, treatment, and rehabilitation of drug victims. So this is a very broad spectrum. And going back to waiting the mandates they say, one of the very important mandates now for ensure say the agency provide leadership in coordinating all issues relating to drug control, eradicating drug abuse and primary causes of drug abuse and illicit drug trafficking. That are the primary function. And another main function now for ensure say we coordinate with other law enforcement agencies, the police, the military, NRA, all security sector we concern for ensure say we collaborate with them.
So how una don dey do this work? Wetin don be una intervention? You clearly agree say we have a crisis, we have a situation presently in the country. We only see them voice them around. We don't really report them, international media, local media, about the drug situation at Saloon. Wetin don be the intervention of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in this?
So before now, the agency we done the work, but make I take out from 2023 since the coming in of Chief Andrew Jah Kaikai as the executive director. In the history of the agency, we don't get policy people, we don't get diplomatic people, but Chief Andrew Jah Kaikai in tenure, where a day as the executive director, bring a lot of transformation. The first thing was, before you see all the videos they go around now, Naina the first person will take over in October 2023 for ensure say we go to almost all communities, not to just slum where they feel say now they drug more visible, but other communities. We identify over 50 hotspot communities. We almost visited all, not to just inside Freetown, within the provinces as well, where we ensure that we make them told and they, before we begin to see other people then concerned for begin to go out for they get videos of them victims. And then the agency don't be proactive enough. We get a strategic master plan. This strategic master plan don't be developed way back in 2023 to 2028. And this strategic master plan go through Parliament and get cabinet conclusion and recommendations. Where it be say, before we begin to get this serious surge in 2024, the 2023 strategic master plan don't be prepared. And that cabinet conclusion be giving one of the key advice, say, make we able for include other institutions then will not be there on board inside the strategic plan. Because the strategic plan get time frame for monitoring, for make sure say we able evaluate also we don't come out and also we they go. And it based on 4 main key pillars.
What are them pillars?
The one pillar na capacity building. Number 2 pillar, when a pillar 2, they talk about drug demand reduction and social reintegration. Pillar 3, they talk about law enforcement. And pillar 4, they talk about monitoring evaluation.
So which one specifically una don't they implement? Because the name of the agency itself law enforcement agency. Somebody read the act this morning, we give a power to the Office of the Attorney General for enforce some laws them.
Yeah.
And, you know, we don't talk now this program about cutting the supply chain, about going into communities, you know, with law enforcement, arresting those who are responsible. How much don't they implement that aspect of the agency in mandate and role?
Okay, so now two aspects of that mandates we know they almost they get. We get what you call the demand reduction and the supply restriction. The supply restriction, now the enforcement they come in. The demand reduction, now they will do sensitization, prevention, education, awareness, and all of these things. So when it comes in terms of supply restriction, I will give statistics of 2024, 2025, arrests and seizures. You understand? So we mandate limited to prosecution. Where you don't arrest, you prosecute. And we, through the powers we'll get, and we not get the capacity in terms of staffing for law, we the prosecute we all matters them. So we go through the TOCU framework and then prosecute on the advice of the DPP. And when once that will be made, you understand, what we they do now for observe the proceedings within the courts.
So where una arrest, una they hand over to police?
Not well, not through we they go through the TOCU framework.
How then did they work? How
the TOCU framework a security framework where don't be set up comprising of different security architecture. And inside this TOCU framework, now they do with prosecution, that meaning like MK Ali where they TOCU as head of TOCU, they process the investigation, we go down start and then go continue with that investigation and give a file number and wait for the directive from the DPP with respect to prosecution.
So what's in the cases them? And you say you not get statistics from 2024 to now. What's in the cases them who don't say arrest? Because the point is, if you rest in the supply chain, indications will be the number they reduce. Because if the people them where they sell, then they arrest them, prosecute them, carry them go court, and definitely reduction good day.
So
what's in the statistics on that?
So what people need for understand in the first case, and the fact is drugs not only like where we get the pharmacy board. Wherein people register for coming with harmful substances. These are always people where they do criminal mentality and maybe they get some their own connections. So even with respect to systems, they try to break the system.
Illegal business.
So, and not forget, say drug business, they are among the 3 world organized crimes. We talk about drug trafficking, ammunition trafficking, and human trafficking. These are the world top 3 organized crimes. So, because of it's an organized crime, you get to look deeper into which kind of nature that particular thing they do. Last year, we get 465 arrests. We not to just arrest, to arrest and prosecution. And these 465 arrests, 372 na male, 93 na female. And waiting na the most types of drugs then. We get cannabis, we will be 83 cases on that alone. Cocaine, 24 cases of that alone. Heroin, 5 cases. 5 cases. Then we get the new psychoactive substances. Kush not a drug will be there under schedules of drugs then. And Kush, when we look at the case definition at the earlier start of this task force, we can for understand say Kush na a composition of different chemicals where they form these highly synthetic components. And the Sierra Leone Kush is different from maybe how you dey compare other kush them around the world. Anything can be used from a kush. Initially, we be dey know say na marshmallow. When we get GI talks, when at the global initiative on trans-organized crime, where they can do the survey studies in Sierra Leone, where we collect 93 samples of drugs cut across the country, including the one where they seize na Wataki, where be they in custody na Toku. We can for understand say the FTIR spectrometer testing tool where they use. It tell we say 93% of the substance we found in Wikush na nitrizine. And nitrizine is 100 times potent than fentanyl. Where it means say nitrizine na chemicals were produced right in the 1950s in the laboratories in America. The nitrizine developed legs by itself and common America cancer alone or be found in them marshmallows them. But security stiffness in the area of supply restriction make people stop for import marshmallow. So they result into now using local chemicals. And most of some of them chemicals are will be the active chemicals them. Now they you man where you talk about we say you talk to in England, they notice say that they count because these are active chemicals and where they buy through internet and ship into Sierra Leone through DHL. Evidence they inside the reports where the people and get the findings say most of these things they come off from then Korea importations them. They implicate other things them, but we not going to go into the details and they because we as a country not going to build on the evidence and the way they produce.
So with the arrest there, within National Drug Law Enforcement Agency could say, are the numbers going down? Or we get a situation whose side it's being produced internally now and the network of users don't they increase? Because that's what we see in the streets. So, seeing the young people there. Yesterday, the other day I get two guys and they were talking about not just Kush, they talk about Tramadol and how they call the other one. You know, that one is that called.
So the drugs and they plenty. Now I may go with the focus on Kush normal, not forget say. So we at the agency, we know they look at a normal say na Kush na the troublesome drug. There are lots of other drugs that we they cause havoc. Tramadol where they see so now we don't even meant to understand we arrest few tramadols when a 500 milligram. Could you imagine that? 500 milligram. The 250 milligram, where you test them under the forensic analysis, the way to say forensic test, they tell you about 800 and something milligram. So the 225, you understand, not just like a cover up, like what they say brand.
So not a 225 again, like 500.
So 225.
Now the 225.
That 225 milligram.
Yeah.
In actual forensic content is about 800 something milligram.
One guy sit on and they tell me say they take 10 of Randy per day.
Jaden.
Yes.
You ask Jaden. Jaden are one of the few people who go through the rehabilitation. Now I'm so proud of him because himself they campaign and now one of the very strong activists then right now in his own vision now for see how for end tramadol.
Yeah.
And I like in your part, na mainly tramadol. You don't say other drugs and the way they destroy you. But it don't be touched, destroyed by tramadol.
They say they take ecstasy as well for sex and partner.
So these are some of the problem. Let alone make some of them games there we they make like say we don't understand. Sierra Leone is a very sexually attractive nation. 80% of the youth man or party where they take tramadol or any other drug now for enhanced and sexual potency. Waiting Dr. Carol, yeah, they show for you like that.
We're educating the public. That's
You know,
the idea of this.
The truth is, it will surprise you for let you know how people don't try for destroy themselves because they want please their partners, both male and female. The woman then way they go into drugs, either now the boyfriend they introduce them to them, or some of the young boys the way they go into drugs, they don't meet up girlfriend where they take ecstasy. You understand? So now you don't introduce her into the drugs. So it did both ways. And one thing who they fail to realize, or we make it always they tell people, may you two not even save.
Yeah.
For say we not go be drug victims.
Yeah.
And I make Alec when His Excellency, before the declaration of the state of public health emergency, be careful, look first into the Kush crisis and say, okay, Lord be magnanimous small. Because the Act, the NDC Act, Part 3 of the NDC Act states, say, when you are found in possession of a contraband substance, you'll be convicted to not less than 5 years imprisonment. So if you find out the prisons and other correctional facilities don't become overcrowded
with cases,
with drug victims. So we can't begin to look at and now say, okay, waiting for B we approach. We approach now for B, let me begin to visit the correctional service and begin to look out for the one that were not victims and the one that were not perpetrators.
Yeah.
So within that verge, unfortunately, now begets the prison break.
Yeah, where a lot of come out.
Yes.
Well, they come to you back shortly, Dugba. Let me come to Dr. Carol Libor. You know, the picture where this man don't paint, they imagine the risk we're sitting on. We're about to celebrate World Mental Health Day, and we can get conversation around talk about March Pass, celebrate, and we're done with it.
Yes.
What's in our situation with the relationship between drug abuse and mental health issues in this country?
Thank you, Lamra, for your question. English or Creole?
Creole. I know you can knackly Creole as well.
Okay. So the challenge where, from me own lens, where I see we they conflate beaucoup things then. Like we just they box up, mix up a lot of things that way they go on. So when we they talk about addiction, I be they listen to Dugba, we get for understand as a society, say addiction, not so somebody just go say, hey, la go smoke, la drink, la take ecstasy. Addiction is a brain disease. It's a disease of the brain. And I always like to go backwards because anything where they go, we get for go before, you get for look behind, you get for look under the root cause. So if you do a root cause analysis of the issues there, if you look at the age group of the youth that using drugs, so I know just contain onto Kush, or even youth that have mental health challenges, they were born either before, during, or after the Civil War, right? And so they have been born into a traumatic situation. Trauma don't impact their development cycle, the normal stages of development, brain development. So if you say 0 to 10, that age they were picking just born out there for the grow, begin creep, begin waka. Then youth they now then born war. The mama and papa they're exposed to war. So that is something they call attachment theory. For letting able attach to the mama then, attach to the papa then, and grow in a normal, healthy society. They were robbed of that day. They're not get that day. So then they grow up now with an addicted brain in terms of, a traumatic brain, and then you bring an addiction now. So you have something that's called the biopsychosocial model, right? And so that's the biological factors. And I talk back to trauma. I'm a big proponent of educating individuals on trauma. Woman go get belly. Let me go back to the war now. Woman go get belly, war don't begin. Any trauma where that woman don't be exposed to, whether or not from sexual gender-based violence, whether it's from the war, whether it's poverty, hunger, food insecurity, you name it, various societal factors. Then they impact in picking where you not born it. If na girl picking now, where girl picking born, they don't born her with all in reproductive eggs where you get for born ion picking now. So ion picking and yet unborn has been exposed to trauma. So let me come back now to addiction and mental health. You get the psychological factors. Some people, youth today, they may be genetically predisposed to addiction. That means saying, down the line, the DNA, addiction then at the blood. Just like how you go born picking, you possibly go say, oh, this picking, if you by mama, if you by papa. That's the external features. But if you look internally, their DNA, the traits where they, so say addiction, they, even sexual violence, gender-based violence, sexual violence, different things that they were picking.
So not only outward,
right,
but internally as well, they
Yes.
get the traits.
Yes, so it's a footprint, your DNA. So genetic predisposition. So now you go get somebody, you go say, Allah, just take ecstasy, just like how Dugba say, Allah, take on one time. Then they're addicted. Somebody go say, Allah, take kush, Allah, just try them. Stress me, man, try this thing. Then they're addicted. So substance abuse is can be categorized as a mental health condition. They have what is called MNS, which is mental, neurological, and substance use conditions under WHO. And so when you look at individuals that are using, because not all man where they use are addicted. Some people use for pleasure. So a lot of focus, they focus on the youth that where they see. But you know they see the people that where they take kush, then go to office, then they walk. You know they see and people that where they drink all nets, smoke jamba all nets, then go to office, then they walk. So there's a lot to unpack when we talk about addiction and mental health in we society.
The exposure to them drugs there, you know, the tramadol way they talk about, the ecstasy and addiction. How is it exposing with society as well to mental health issues?
I would say anything that you overuse that has psychoactive reactions of the brain can cause addiction. So look, let's use tramadol for an example. Tramadol is a painkiller. Then they use them. I have migraine headaches. I'm prescribed tramadol. If I use Amboku, then it'll cause the effects that you see from youth. So there's a very thin line in waiting with the holding youth. I'm not gonna say picking a youth they're responsible to. Then we as the adults now in society. Just before I come, I read one text message, and somebody say, "Oh, now the pharmacy them people them, then they sell tramadol, then they sell these governments. No, they do nothing." I said, we have a whole pharmacy board. You know, Dugba talked about the task force for drug and substance use. Various components, various pillars on the task force. Because not all man they do all things. One person not go able to do one thing. So again, the correlation between addiction and mental health is there. Someone can be addicted and now they develop depression, or someone can be suffer from depression and now start to take kush as a maladaptive coping mechanism. Means they want just dull the pain or the experience or the stress where they go through. You know, Lamara, some people then can say, "Oh, now government, now society, now this." I'll take America as an example. Because yeah, you make accents. In America, of course, I was born here, but in America, I grew over 40 plus years in America. America, even around the world, you have millionaires that are overdosing on drugs, cocaine, kush. So we can't always associate it with a socioeconomical factor. Yes, socioeconomics has a large role to play in anything where they happen in society. It increases the risk factors where if somebody to go say then they go take kush, because when we talk about mental health and well-being, there's various factors, social factors, family factors, various environmental factors that can all place someone at risk. I talked about the biopsychosocial factors as well. And so it's really incumbent on we as a society, for one, educate, the public as a whole within our addiction. And then two, you get people them where they go seek treatment at the Sierra Leone Psychiatric Hospital, formerly known as the Kissy Hospital. And last year there was a few thousand, I have the stats, when we go to break out, get the actual statistics, that sought treatment. As a society, we therefore encourage people then for go seek treatment, whether or not the psychiatric hospital, whether or not the rehabilitation centers, where the Ministry of Social Welfare they run, the National Public Health Agencies, all man do by the NDLA, all man they join hand for create these rehabilitation structures.
Doc, how do we not conflict addiction and mental health? Because, you know, we get the psychiatric hospital, we get the rehab centers there.
Yes.
People can say a spiritual problem back, you know, people and do get people who are on addiction and can take them, carry them, go church, carry them, go mosque, pray for them.
Yes.
No, they carry them, go to men or the rehab center. But how do we differentiate addiction, where somebody don't into a then go carry and go to the rehab center for, you know, rehabilitate them, and mental health, where somebody don't get this mental problem, maybe two because they take drugs and go to the psychiatric home.
No, I'm not going to say we go, I don't think so we for separate them because like I say, there's mental, neurological, and substance use conditions, MNS. So the three are lumped in their group. But you're not going to say if somebody, they exhibit signs and symptoms of depression, you can go to the rehabilitation center. Again, we therefore educate people then also within the signs and symptoms. We have a lot of cultural beliefs, cultural influences on addiction and mental health, where person go say, oh, na witchcraft, na juju, na sweat and swam, you go keep on pussy man, this and that, they don't do We have to separate the cultural context, beliefs of addiction, mental health, and then know where to take, know where to refer. Currently, we try for build up the referral pathways, outside the people then for go. Because as you say, if an addiction, they can go to the Kissy Hospital, they can go to the Ministry of Social Welfare for assessment. Even if they have signs of mental health conditions, I don't like to use the word disorder because disorder just means that it's akin to something do passing. And so if we want to break the stigma, we need to shift away from these harmful words. You can take them anywhere, even if somebody gets signs and symptoms of not depression, not addiction, you can take them to ministry, then do the assessment. They have social workers, they're clinical social workers, I believe. They'll do the assessment and say, the rehabilitation center, they don't meet the criteria. Let them go to Kissy Hospital. Where you talk about the community approach, where people then they go, you go get this person and say, me not counselor, me not therapist, me not addictions, me not this, me not that. Wait till we get for do, and I preach this all the time. Sometimes people don't get vexed by myself. We need to have a whole of government approach in training and certifying people. Just like Dugba say, the tours where they may get, where they go in different community. I went on a few. Wait till me see, you go cry. Somebody said they have a rehabilitation center. Naimpala. He chained people there. You can't do that.
And that is happening.
Yes. And
people
you
have
can't,
private rehabs.
And yes, go ahead. And these private rehabilitation centers, if not private rehabilitation center, would I give you license for open? Would they monitor you? Where's the accountability aspect? If you say you have a private rehabilitation center, it's good. We need them. We need as many people as we can, but let's do it the correct way. If you have a private rehabilitation center, do you have a service level agreement with either the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Social Welfare, whoever is the line ministry? Has your place been assessed? Is it fit for purpose? Do you keep records of who's coming in? If somebody comes to you and say, this person get kush, you know, who's doing the clinical assessment of these individuals to see if it's addiction, see what the addiction is, right? And then also see if it's addiction because you have what's called comorbid. You can have 2 or more issues going on. So if you say you have a rehabilitation center or you're not a counselor, or somebody come to you, how you they assess them? What do they treat them for? Where's your records? What evidence-based intervention are you using? For just go sit down, talk to people, that's a good thing. But if you want to talk about addiction and recovery, there's something called neuroplasticity, right? Which means individuals, the brain is relearning. They have to learn how to control their urges. Because once you have an addicted brain, even if you take a scan of the brain, addiction is, you can see it on a CAT scan. The matters of the brain. Yes, you can see it. And so now, if the brain are like, wait, I'm going to catch you.
Yeah.
I'm going to
The brain they tell you.
Yes. Your brain, they say, buddy man, let me go smoke. $10 each. $10 each.
Yeah.
So when you're going through recovery now, neuroplasticity, it's teaching you skills. Say, no, not to dande. They have what is called DBT, dialectical behavior skills, cognitive behavior skills, all these things that we can teach, we can accredit organizations to do this work because we need it. But you have so many that are doing it. And again, it's something that's needed. So I know they condone nobody. Let nobody know rights but me.
Say they condemn them. Yes, we understand. You're not condemning.
Yes, I'm not
I agree
condemning.
with you because
Yes.
so I don't see pictures of people put them in chains.
Yes.
Then sit them at them place and they. I think what's in the type of the perhaps it's restriction. Restricting them from going out and outside and day now they then go give them food, now chain them go move, go use the toilet, no more than they go any side. And I agree with you. There need to be proper process, get professionals them we could certify, say, yes, this is what you do. Because now the North we understand, say, rehabilitation center another day. In Kenema, there's a guy I spoke to yesterday, one Dr. Stevens, we say it only provide a space, it help with rehabilitation.
Okay.
Somebody reached out to me yesterday, we say he's trying to open one in Port Loco as well, because the cases them plenty there as well. But as well, how side governments will come in? How government will come in for work with them people there as much as in the try for provide the service, outside government will able to provide them.
So governments are coming. At the National Public Health Agency, I know they speak for them because I'm not the spokesperson for that, but they work with the communities that are building rehabilitation centers to ensure that they're fit for purpose. So anybody way one, open one, they can reach out to me through you, and I can give them the proper channels. They should have, I just talked about it, service level agreements, SLAs, and if it's a professional, so you have allied professional, like is it the commissioner council that can see who's doing this work? There has to be accountability, because one of the first premises when you talk about addiction and mental health treatment is do no harm. Let we know complex people then, let we not do harm to them. So if you say they chain people, then training is against the law. It's against, just universal best practices. When you confine them to a space, then you're really forcing them to go through dehydration, what's in the call ourselves? Detoxification, yes. Detoxification, which is good. Detoxification, they pull all the toxins out of the body. And you go see some people that when they go through detox, then go fall ill. Sometimes people then they sick bad go through because they're going through withdrawal. The body they crave the drug now. So if you deprive anybody of anything after a certain time, then go say, okay, if you not feed me today, Angie go catch me. By next week, if you know they feed me, I go say, I know say you know they feed me. So the brain get way for protect we.
Quickly before we come to Dubabak, I just want to ask you, what's in the signs them where somebody for look for? Say somebody they we for be concerned with him mental health status. How somebody for behave, where somebody for be suspicious or say they will seek medical help.
So there's not one sign and symptom. There's various classification of MNS, mental, neurological, and substance use. Even when it comes to depression, not just depression, You have bipolar depression. You can have Bele Uman that has postpartum depression. You can have psychoactive depression, which is drug-induced depression. And so it takes education from professionals like we, where we go train or educate to do psychoeducation, let people that know signs and symptoms. But generally, when you have behavioral shifts, changes not posting behavior, changes not in normal patterns, like if they don't use for sleep 8 hours, but now they sleep all day. If they're used for go walk now, you have absenteeism in the workplace. Because again, you have what's called functional addiction. People then they can be addicts, but yes, or be addicted, but yes, grab, go walk. So there's various signs and symptoms, but those behavioral changes are what you look for. If they eat small, now they want to eat boku. So then they don't begin to take a drug, where now they induce more hunger pandemic. So the issues are many. The issues are many, and I really believe we have to build an ecosystem around this issue. Because if we just say, kotia, putia, this they do this, then we'll continue to have these issues. But I would say, where people then can say, I can hear 90% of youth are on drugs. So anytime somebody tell me that, they ask, who's how you pull your statistics? Who's how you pull your statistics? Most of the youth are on drugs. Who's how you get your data? Because according to the 2024 data, individuals that sought treatment, now the hospitals around the country, is less than 10,000. And that's in totality, mental, neurological
There's a statistics.
addictions.
I have it.
Yeah.
I will give it to you.
So when it comes to these community centers, if they're not registered with the government or an agency, and we don't have the reporting data, how can we say you're treating 1,000 people a year? It's impossible. So that we have to build the system for them to report. And with that, I know you want to shift to Dubai. Friday is World Mental Health Day. The office that I lead, the Mental Health Secretariat, we're launching. You know, we can use this first ever. But we're launching the first national mental health and psychosocial support, which is MHPSS. Provider program guidelines. Just like for them people that if they do this work, can't let we train on that. Can't let you register. Let we see say you don't register with the ministry, with NDLA, social welfare. Then now we go help support you. Do capacity building, which is part of we mandate.
Yeah, and around there, I've been really want to ask, how do people seek help as well? Even the public, how do they, if we get a family member and they behave this way, how do we seek help from the professionals, especially in a society who say somebody go privacy, go to church or mosque for slow go pray over this person, a spiritual problem, than actually talking to somebody like una, we go provide the actual help for help this person.
So I would say, again, you have the Kissy Hospital, you have the social welfare, because they have social workers that provide counseling as well. And then also what we're trying to build under my office is the MHPSS system integrates in it in emergencies. There's a resolution we've been passed, 2024 World Health Assembly. MHPSS before, during, and after emergencies, crisis, epidemics, things of that nature. This Kush is a crisis. It's an emergency. It was declared a public health emergency by His Excellency, the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio. So in terms of that, we are doing capacity building. Our mandate is to train 5,000 people in 5 years. Last year, we were able to exceed that. We were able to train and build capacity 1,090 multi-sectoral individuals. And so some of them are healthcare workers, some of them are frontline workers, some of them are emergency responders. So what do? We don't create a database of all these individuals that we have. We want to eventually have a roster where we can call on people for go app. But all of that, it takes time, it takes investments, and to be very honest, mental health is not La no jam myself now.
It's not a priority?
No, I'm not. It is a priority. And I would say it's a priority because I was appointed. I'm the first person appointed by a sitting president to address mental health issues. It's a priority. Mental health is not a funding priority. That's what the word I'm looking for. It's not a funding priority for global partners. Just last week at UNGA, the UN General Assembly, there was a declaration made on mental health, and really using a public health approach, health promotion, and well-being. However, until there's a global push for funding, it's going to be very difficult for us because not all things governments go able to do. We are all doing our best, but even with that, we need partners to come in that can help us build these ecosystems that we need. And these are ecosystems at the community level, because if you talk about addiction, and in situations that where mental health professionals not boku, you get for focus on prevention and early interventions. And I don't me office they focus on. We know you do clinical work, we know they diagnose. Focus on prevention and early intervention. What's in that prevention? You educate the community, you educate at large on the harms of addiction, signs to watch for, and then also referral pathways and counseling. You can sit down with your family, you counsel them, we can build the capacity of the community. So if you bring me back like this, every now and then, we can sit down,
we are committed to this. If the office will develop PSAs, public service announcements, and messages that we can, they put out, even with the morning program, every day we get a message about mental health. It helps the public to understand how for seek help, who try for seek help, waiting at the signs and for look for if somebody then house with you, they behave one kind of way. We all need them. And I could say the time I spoke to you after, I needed to speak out.
Yes.
I had something in me.
Yes.
And I needed to speak out and after that, a lot of things, what I needed was to speak out, to speak to someone. And I poured it out, and it got better. Sometimes I don't think people need no more.
Yes, exactly.
So
you need people, because even when you reach out to me, and again, I knew Binta when I worked with her briefly, beautiful, gentle soul. And so when we talk about grief, our society is full of individuals that are grieving. There's something that's called traumatic grief. So people that have experienced trauma, again, I always go back to the war. People go, oh, Dr. Lebo, the war don't pass. No. We have historical trauma that's passed down generation to generation, intergenerational trauma, the traumatic grief. And so the cycle of grief, the last cycle, the last aspect of grief is acceptance. And so if you're holding it in, you haven't released it. It unbug you, but like you say, if you get somebody where you talk to, somebody where they keep your secrets, confidentiality, ethics, these are all the things in the curriculum that we teach, that we've developed, is in. What is confidentiality? What is ethics in mental health? Not to fall, if Dugba come to me today, or if you, like say, where you reach out to me, I don't tell nobody, say, hey, I'm not coming, I didn't see they do it. You need confidentiality. Because if you go tell somebody today, I think how they go through, that's why people don't talk. And so even dealing with grief, dealing with stress, how do you manage stress? Because again, mental health, not just one thing. Mental health works on it operates on a continuum, not like ruler. The ruler get the different lines that you can go from a state of well to unwell. Like we're passing the swim. I go use that analogy there. Passing the swim. Okay, you sabi swim, you dey pantap the water. You're well. Things that don't begin on you, stress don't begin on you. You don't begin go under now. You're entering now the stages of unwell. Where water don't pass guy now, you're not able.
You don't.
Yes. For tread water self, you're not able. So we want to catch the people. We don't begin struggle. And when we look at prevention and early intervention. And that's something everyone can do.
Yeah, we all need to play with part.
I want to add, we do have a risk communications, so I'll put you in touch with them in terms of the messaging.
Sure.
At the NPHA.
Yeah, sure.
With Patrick and Harold. Yes.
That's very important.
Awesome.
Doc talk about something where a challenge where almost every sector they face. Global funding in the area there. Like you say, the drug business, na boku money your president have talk am. Say people when they make plenty money for it. And so people when they make plenty money, sometimes it become very powerful for even tackle them down. It become problem. What's in the agency they do, you know, in terms of capacity, in terms of mobility, in terms of resources for help fight this fight and doing our work?
So the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, first and foremost, we need to understand, say, we don't do a lot of things same. Back in 2023, we get the opportunity through ECOWAS and government of Sierra Leone for training 25 addiction professionals. These addiction professionals are through ECOWAS funded and the American government, Sierra Leone government for able for train them people there.
Mm-hmm.
And that one on substance, we call them UTC, Universal Treatment Curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
Na a Colombo plan treatment training where Dr. Carolia know people around the world, they pay lots of money for get that UTC training. Universal Treatment Curriculum for Substance Use Prevention Professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get then 4 sets of cohorts there, we do that training, it be timely at the time where we can begin get the serious urge. So then people there be in the different communities, the military, we be get somebody from the correctional service, we can get some high rate of drug use in the correctional service.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be able to get them people there will be recommend, because one of the things for profile solution, one of the solutions for do the assessment, that they look at the dependence, the drug dependence assessment. And the drug dependence assessment, I ain't going to make you able to know, say, oh, this person are only substance they abuse, or like how Dr. Carroll say, it gets a comorbid. So in the treatment program, when you get a substance abuse victim, you for know, say, if only in a substance abuse, then you for go to a substance abuse treatment program.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get comorbid, we get comorbid capable and comorbid enhanced. Comorbid capable, now we are in the post, they go to substance abuse, there may be a little bit medical condition or mental health condition, but the mental health or the medical condition not too high, so it don't become a comorbid capable. And the comorbid enhanced, now we are in the post, they go to substance abuse, medical condition, mental health condition. So now I make the Kisi Psychiatric Teaching Hospital, now one of the facility when a comorbid enhanced treatment facility. Because then they take care of mental health, they take care of medical, and they take care of substance abuse.
In terms of collaboration, how una they work with, like the police? Toku, you talk about Toku first. I don't see a lot of reports where police go say we don't arrest this person with drugs and go show him picture and all after that, And then at the law enforcement agency actually then get the capacity and then gets the resources and all of that. How now they collaborate and partner with them for do this work?
So Lamrana, the agency, Naina, the lead agency for drug-related activities.
But what do they say? Like na police they do all the work.
So
and then they
before now, the agency no be get certain mandates. Now make we dey tell you about the regulation, the 2021 regulatory powers, when the powers of the police, full police powers, where it means say NDLEA can arrest, can prosecute, can even investigate and charge real matters.
Una get that capacity?
Of course. If you go back to the regulatory powers 2021, you go know say the NDLEA don't be given the full police
Yeah,
powers.
I understand, Andy. What
You
you asked
understand?
about now,
So,
the capacity
in terms
for
of-
arrest and say get the officers them out there. Like I give example, they did Liberia drug law enforcement. Liberia get police, but then get the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. When you see them, they look like police officers too. Then get some, then they will get gun, some then they get mobility, then they go to communities them, and now then they do the arrest and even carry the cases, then go court.
So you, waiting, we will always continue for say, wherever there are successes, there are challenges. So the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency must get its own challenges. And waiting, we can always say government business like competing priorities. Government get lot and lot of other issues. So we can always try for lobby with government for make them able prioritize with the agency in mobility and other problems them we will face as challenge. We really not go deviate we self for say we not get challenge. Challenges then they. But amidst the situation, we still they see USAI, we go collaborate with other government institutions, like you say, the police. We want go do some arrest, we they make sure, say, like presently I get about 40 task force members in na Benghazi, that na the Brookfields, OSD headquarters, where be say then they operate on the arrest and destruction of drug supply routes. So we they collaborate. And when it comes in terms of collaboration, NDLA always they collaborate with other institutions. We they collaborate with Dr. Carol Leboya with the mental health and psychosocial service pillar for ensure say we self able for provide some capacity to people who need them. The agency recently just don't benefit from another training from ECOWAS when at the UPC, when at the Universal Prevention Curriculum, again for 25 beneficiaries, when I cut across different institutions, including law enforcement institutions there as well, civil society groups. We even go to the extent, forget the traditional leaders. We get interreligious council. Why we they cut across and get all them people there? Now for make we able for widen this scope. Because at the end of the day, prevention is key. Before we begin to go to treatment, if we prevent, we know to go to treatment. And that's not the proactive nature. Now we they talk about, say, schools, I hear you interview with the person from Kenema. So we they look at how can we get a school-based prevention strategy? How can we get a family-based prevention? How can we get a workplace prevention, community prevention? You understand? So like where Dr. Carol they talk, mental health now they affect, we can function as drug addicts when people where they work, and then because of the addictive nature where they don't pose some mental health condition. You go surprise how you go see you boss can no more money. It meets all side pack, then grumpy. When you do anything, he shout.
Then say the office for the check, then flash claim.
So, in fact, some of the policies then they will develop now, some zero tolerance policy in our workplaces. On drugs, on substance abuse, even smoking. Because you get some boss, they smoke past 10 stick cigarettes. Sometimes it gets in flags where it be say, you don't know what's in the content.
No
like,
point
you don't know
This is not coffee and collagen.
No
Yeah, I just want to step in two things. Where Dugbadi say they don't train on UTC and now they don't do the other one. These UTC first, eh? Yes, and then now UPC. These are all very important trainings therefore build capacity. The challenge is where they train, not so now, anybody where they train on these type of things, the line ministries then don't recognize these trainings as professionals. Dugba and I have this all the time with the people trained on addiction. They're not professionals in terms of the allied health. Not so? Wait.
I think we need for take this to know we get take.
Yes, so wait. So, yes, we go talk. So when you talk about health professionals, HRMO, then you have the various health commission, allied health. And so there should be a way where they don't train all these addiction professionals. that they're acknowledged and registered. So people then can say, okay, we have 50 trained addiction specialists. Not to just una don't train, right?
But then go through
But
the
now,
health
these
system.
are two
So
people
that
that
you
will
can-
go through the CCA, when the global GCA, Global Credentialing Accreditation Program. So now international exams,
but
and
the
then they
point where-
accredit them.
Yeah, but the point where Good making that they can be
You're
accredited locally
accredited.
as well in Sierra
Yes.
Leone.
So, in fact,
That's where we need to
what's
work
very
at.
interesting at the fact say the Ministry of Health is fully involved in this training.
That's good.
You understand? Recent one, this one will do so, over eight health professionals, including 2 representatives from NPHA.
Yes, and it's good.
You understand? So, what me don't understand, now the same thing, Dr. Carol Lebo, we get people that will be trained on mental health.
Yes.
And but these people there, they still not able to recognize them. Even this morning while they came, I read one of the text message them, where one of the posts they say, I think it say, if they recognize them in the mental health space.
Right.
So why they train them as mental health professionals where the Ministry of Health don't recognize them?
This is what this
You
is the
understand?
advocacy.
They are trained as mental health professionals. And they're supposed, the DHMT employ them and deploy them, now PHUs and PHCs them.
Okay.
Then are there community, in fact, when they talk about the biopsychosocial rehabilitation model, one of the things they try for do as an integration process, now for begin to do rehabilitation at community level.
Okay, let the doc respond.
So, for example, I'll use the healthcare workers, community healthcare workers. They're recognized CADR, which I mean, we don't, if you're a community health worker, there's requirements that you have to meet, and there's a oversight body. Even with the mental health individuals that were trained in the ministry, I don't have any mandate over them. But I know you're talking about the mental health nurses.
Yeah,
and I
mental health
believe that they're trying to do the scheme of service. The same thing should happen with these addiction professionals and even with the individuals that we're training, that we're building capacity. So now government can say, okay, in Bombali district, we have 50 trained and certified addiction professionals. Allied health, because there has to be oversight. Right now, everyone's doing trainings. Everyone's doing their trainings. Lamar, if you can't today, if you say, I'm doing addiction, where are you registered? No one's going to stop you. What we're trying to do is not diminish what people need to do, but have regulations around it for your protection and the protection of the individuals. Because God forbid, if you say they do addictions, they don't train you Obayanda, but they don't recognize it in Salon. Who do you get for call if something happens to them? You know what I mean? The people that has been trained, and I know they point to you intentionally, but people that have been trained, what's the referral pathways? What's their reporting structure? Who they give their oversight? Which ministry?
Accountability, as
Yes.
you mentioned.
Every year, how do they report? How do they keep records? How many people they don't see? If they don't see John, Peter, Harry, what's in a Harry issue? What you don't do for Harry? So record keeping all down there now for build the capacity, not so for diminish waiting people than they do, because every person where they now this fed is important.
So,
yes.
Lambrana, when you look at the NDC Act, the National Drug Control Act of 2008, even with respect to the regulation here, we they talk about, we go part section 40 of the NDC Act. They tell you about the minister will assign somebody as an inspector. And the role of an inspector, now for do the regulatory of then treatment and rehabilitation centers there. It clearly stated now we NDC Act. And the agency done the work around that because some certain and they in a way come up, the proactiveness they show.
They understand safe
because
addressing.
yes, so before now we done they get them preparation for law we able do the regulations for rehabilitation.
That's great.
But now recently now we see the Ministry of Social Welfare update their way to self with respect to professional social workers na them rehabilitation facilities then. So equally so, the regulation process they on, we don't, we dey based on then service users that will be mapped out, like the Ministry of Social Welfare, and I will do that service mapping of service providers. So we dey based on that, and we get few of them rehab people then they will be say that they provide rehabilitation. Lamrana is very deplorable with waiting Dr. Carol say. If you go some rehab and see the deplorable condition, maybe you not go Kenema, that Dr. Stevens where they tell you about. Me don't go to the Kenema rehabilitation. When you go there, you go feel pity, not go one for see that site. Because for them, you see, then stick them, they then chunk them. You understand? Now they take, they get where they nail something Panam, now they put on the foot. Big one, not to chain, no, they're not to chain, but at the storm of the stick there.
The everyone. So you know they move.
You can't.
Wow.
So that is the local way how they make, they not get the chain, but that's the storm thing the way they take. Heavy storm, attach some mental or something to the way they just hook na your foot and lock up.
So,
like you say, there must be a process for regulating them people there. Know the and the worst thing, they need do that thing for free. They pay.
Parents pay.
Parents they pay. Like that place where they talk on Akenema. When we go there, me and director Ansu, because we be the go do a pre-study on the Gundama. Is it Gundama? No, Daru Barracks for the proposed rehabilitation for the Eastern region. So we be the go do that visibility study. So we get tempted for we go inside because we go on the way we are that rehabilitation places. So answer this, we make it for go check the man. I shed tears. The videos and we get them videos and they will be just documenting. You go, when you see the situation, they were overcrowded.
Yeah, and so you say over 500 people.
Presently, they are overcrowded. They are not given better medical services. They don't have professional social workers. They don't have a data system for waiting. In fact, the entry point to a rehabilitation, assessment and screening. You need for know which condition this person they come with.
But that was what
you even get for know the forensic analysis
of the mental health system.
No, the forensic analysis. If this person don't become put somebody who don't be a criminal among other people, we know to criminal. All of them thing and they within the assessment scope where they look out for.
Doc, this is the situation. You know, it's. I don't see videos them of other places. Some side then they treat people, and some side then say then they beat people and back safe. If you come out, you are escape, then go bring you, can beat you. How do we address this?
So there's two things going on here. You have the rehabilitation centers. I'm not directly involved with the rehabilitation centers. There needs to be regulations on what constitutes a rehabilitation center. What's in the qualifications for the people that where they work, where they do intake. Back to the point where they talk about they don't train. The people that we don't train, there should be a database, part of the referral system. Now that they talk about. If there's a database, if somebody called me today, I can able to tell and say, oh, there's an addiction specialist where NDLA don't train, then they McKinney, then they Bo, then they Pujon. So that's what I'm talking about, and having that oversight, accountability.
So even if families in need, they know
where
to
go. Yes, they can go. And all of that takes, that's building the ecosystem. You get to build the system to have the database with the referral pathways. Uda send. We don't send this person go see Lamar. Lamar every year now, you can't tell we. Almost people that you don't see. What do you do for them? Waiting at the condition, waiting at the diagnosis, waiting at the outcomes. So all that it takes, what we're trying to build through my office is the ecosystem of MHPSS.
We're about to commemorate World Mental Health Day. What's in our status as a country with mental health? How you go assess them?
So I would say for this year, the theme is mental health in emergencies, which is what we they work on. The guidelines, we get consultants, we don't come, we go support, we strategic plan. One of the good things I would say in terms of our system is we're building it. Yes, I was appointed, but I'm a technical person. I have the expertise. So you know, go see, we say we bring person can't help we because we have the technical expertise in-house, which is good. The mental health of our society is very challenging to assess. You can only assess something where person come to you and you do a full assessment. But I would say the tempo of the community as a whole, we're very traumatic. We have a lot of traumatic exposure.
I make with the vex quick.
Yes. You go see somebody where you the top of vex. If I gonna do now, do but don't put me bottle yonder. Why you pull out? What's happening? They tell me so I saw you turn. You did see that. Now the thing where you pull, no, I get something inside me. So when we even talk about anger, where people in the anger you see even on social media, cause this standing, trauma plays a big role in the state of our society today. We've established a MHPSS technical working group of many of the MDAs. So we come together now, we're looking at workplace mental health. Because again, our premise is under emergency. So they emergency now. So how do we educate these individuals in the working place? Because now we're able to cascade the messages. So the state of mental health that I would say is we're a traumatized community. We need to increase education, awareness, accessibility, and accountability. Yeah. We need to build capacity of professionals to address these issues, and that's through accreditation and having an ecosystem around the clinical aspect of it.
We get few comments here, should try for wrap up the conversation. This first one from J. Bassi. This is the points the doctor is making. Until you guys fight this drug addiction issue in a holistic manner, involving all multiple disciplinary teams, you'll not succeed. We're gonna need medical, nursing, community allied health, and all departments and agencies involved. Abdul Jigad say, tramadol na the pharmacy them they bring na the country. We can talk about that and how we control some of the drugs in there as well. This other one from Ibrahim Lansana, he says, the government of Liberia has commissioned a fleet of brand new vehicles to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. This initiative aims to enhance the agency's operational capacity in combating illicit drug trafficking and abuse across the country. Who is regulating these centers? What credentials do they need to have? Do they have drug health experts? What do they give them when they are doing, when they are going through withdrawals? Do they have allied health professionals? Elevated SCBC Kush Feds go likely easy for Feds, especially with some people where for big Kush victim don't already see waiting, they don't do others. But the way young man them they defend tramadol, I'm afraid. I pray we not lost we focus as youths behind just because we want to get high for a few moments. Someone is saying, doctor is saying the truth. Another one we'll take quickly. It's a mental illness is totally different from addiction. There are a lot of people who use drugs for recreational purposes but still function in the society. People that are addicts, on the other hand, cannot function well. So many agencies on drug enforcement and control, but still youths, then they die. Those agencies are just job creation for, yeah. So I'll take one final one. I disagree with this man saying 80% of the man them where they take tramadol now for the sexual urge and Lisa. Boys below age 18, women know we've been they take tramadol, they're not sabi human business. Safe. Thankfully, we were able to distract their attention from it, alhamdulillah, now. And it's not just for sex. There's this one, I think it's important, I read it. It says, I believe the government must take a more robust approach this time by going deep into communities and ensuring the drug supply chain is traced from the roots. It's crystal clear that drug abuse is on the rise and our youth are losing their lives in tragic ways. Now is the time for the task force to take to the streets and tackle this crisis head on. Yes, Doc, somebody they tell I do for you. Minkailu, Minx is
Me
watching.
picking her uncle.
Yes, he's saying hi. And yes, Dugba, it starts with you. Yesterday, I get the mail now. I talk about, from January to this October, they don't collect over 200 dead body they across Freetown. And he writes a letter to the Minister of Internal Affairs as well, raising concern and calling for a conversation around this, because most of the cases where people understand are drug-related issues. Apart from that, making drive past Lumley most times. My community now not take Lumley safe. I go back to my communities most times on weekends. I see young people who have been sabi, we've been in school, don't get into drugs, some don't get so food and they struggle and they're around and all of that. Somebody talk about enforcement, the enforcement aspect of the agency. How una they do this work? How do you enforce what the law says and collaborate with the police for address the supply chain?
Okay. Lamrena, make us start with the trend from the mayor. I not go deny the mayor say they know they collect dead bodies in our streets. But they look at the scientific aspects. I know can sit on a radio here and tell you say all of them body they collect, they die of drugs or they die of kush. We dey work with the CME office, the chief medical examiner. Wetin me go scientifically or publicly agree to, if the CME, you understand, say the autopsy where they do per them body then the na drug related death, then I go proudly say say the mayor correct say them people then the na drug victims.
Just to clarify, the mayor say sometimes it's difficult, the body then cannot spoil, and sometimes she said even there was a time
different thing they kill
but
person.
she mentioned that. Well, let's just clarify what she said. She said they're not able to do. She was even asking for that. Say them body there, them for able to do autopsy per them and check them because you don't know what's in the kill them. She was just raising concern. Say because some of the people who they call them, she was even sad about it. That people then they go call them and tell them say the body there over Kampula like na dirty day, not so like mortal man don't die. And some of the people who go call for reports go say this are then drug bobo them where they around. She was basing a comment based on that, but she was actually calling for what you're saying. That autopsy and check need for be done and then people there before them bury them.
So that could be the preferred procedure.
Yeah.
Maybe waiting if they call for go be addressed. But honestly, for let me from that agency, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, go endorse or say anything which related to then deaths and the for be kush or other drug related, then I believe say except to then kind of procedure.
So again, like clarify, I'm not asking you to say they're drug related. And the mayor not say all not drug related.
Okay.
She actually called for autopsy. She's concerned about it.
Okay.
It don't write to the Minister of Internal Affairs that there's this number of people that all together. We need for sit down and talk about them and understand how they go about it. And some of the things that we talk about, now how they go do autopsy per them body there before them bury them, for no waiting they kill them.
Okay.
But again, the question I ask is about the drug issue. Me are you in a community?
So now,
you see them around.
of course.
Them, look them, over 5 in alumni, I can count them. They come to my card and they go to other people and cow, they see them and they pray for we. But you just see say they get so food, they're not well. And these are boys with into drugs.
So now, when we start this treatment program, the first thing we don't do now for let we able understand why then so there. And it will surprise you for them say some of them saw there enough say like the kush give them the so foods. But because of we don't take drugs,
Underlying conditions
and go make where you get sore, it not go easy for let it heal. And instead of it heal, it expand. And in return, if they stop for take the drugs and take medication, they see improvements.
Then they will.
But as then they mix the drug and the medication, they know they will. We don't get several of them. They can come in our office. We refer them a corner. We dey follow up on them. When they begin see improvement, sometimes when the thing severe, the neighbors, people not able to get sit down around them. Now the time they see say they self they afraid the condition. When they begin go to the hospital, they begin take medication. As they don't see improvements, they go back into the substance.
Because you're treating the symptoms, not the issue.
Yes,
exactly. That the supply chain. The
so
is available.
addiction, na something where is very severe.
You know,
relapse.
No, Dugba. While we move to, I agree. We don't talk a lot about the medical aspect of
yes.
this. One of the responsibility of the agency. Now enforcement.
Enforcement they go on. I don't give statistics of
I understand.
number of
But
arrests.
are we doing enough? Because, like you say.
Okay, Lamrena, one thing we go make you know say enforcement they go on. The cost of tramadol or the cost of kush trade and now it don't quite different.
Okay.
Because of the arrest, the chase, and the other thing them, you dey find out say the scarcity in the commodity, it don't take place. Now, evidence for sure you say, arrests they go on, and raids they go on.
We're not satisfied with the level.
We don't satisfy because we need for do more. I not go tell you say, I not sit down here tell you say we satisfy, because we need for do more. More enforcement need for take place. More places need for be visited. More cartel need for be crack on. More organized groups them need for be cracked on. But how that go happen? It takes me, you, communities, and every other person. Of course, we get the powers. But again, how you go get the information?
No, yeah.
The information is the most important.
Intelligence.
Of course.
That is what you
do.
The
intelligence aspect, it go take place. For example, if the NDLEA gets, let's say, an allocation, serious one, we will put a price tag, say, like we may become with the challenge for communities cleaning. You find out, say, it was cooperative because of waiting. There was a price tag for that kind of competition, and people will they see that they give their communities and the way they win them. So the NDLEA will put a price tag, say, we they look out for communities where go give information, or we'll say a drug-free community. A drug-free community challenge.
That's a smart idea, but unfortunately,
you understand?
One of the least funded, subvented agencies.
So this is one thing I'm saying. Now we can say we continue for lobby with government. As we say, government gets competing priorities. And this is one of the issues where we feel say it need the attention of government, because it takes the lives of youths them. Where they down this drain.
Yeah.
So if we talk of that, we ready for provide more and more active steps then for making
one very smart idea.
So if we begin say we carry a drug-free community challenge, you go find out say the communities that go need them, because at the end of the day, this competition here they crave for certain recreational facilities that the community. You understand?
You know,
they support ideas that the communities.
I get a lot of people who don't call me since we started this. People and they say, we know these people in these communities, but we are scared about with safety and security. If we mention them, people and they don't tell me, say, there is a senior citizen, somebody who have been working at State House with the previous government, he did Sugarloaf. He said, don't write to even the police. They don't reply them. But persistently, don't they continue? They use the media, don't they continue? And police raid at the place recently. So people and they don't they talk to me, then go tell me, but this thing they happy now, but not call me anymore, not say me tell you.
Give me number.
Yeah, well, we'll do that.
Not give me number on air.
Yeah.
But we'll give me number to them people then they, because again, right now one of the things they would even fight for, my fellow get a toll-free line. Of course, the 117 under the situation room for the National Task Force is still functional. We are in people that can call and still make complaints with respect to drug. And when once then and they reported now the 117 line, the situation room will call the various agencies or institutions where tag with that responsibility for taking necessary action.
Okay.
Don't forget, under the task force, we responsibility. Now we, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the police and the military, they in terms of the law enforcement. The 5 pillars of the task force, of course, every agency, government, ministries and departments get their respective roles and role they play.
I think the task force needs for to come out and tell people what they're doing and let people get information like they were. Say, if you don't have community, this is happening, call the number there and make we know. Because when we start this, I'm telling you, I don't get a lot of call and audios, but people are scared. They know the people, God reach in our area for us. I don't know how they're notorious with. I don't get a lot of call people in a God region. Go call people a name, say they know these people are involved in this, but please, we're scared. We don't make few reports. You can see them come, they raid, they arrest the people and they come back in the community and they're scared about themselves. So I think the task force, it need for come out to the public, do education like could they do so, raise awareness, let people understand where they can complain, and how they go protect them, because it's important. Drug is, maybe mama don't they tell me,
so one
they
thing
can warn me and advise me.
So one thing we can happen where people they I don't know for other institutions, but for we always don't they keep we informants them secured and protected.
Okay.
Because we don't ever get an informant, we don't give we tips, but particular activity in the community, we don't ever complain, say, I don't get a clash, but I don't get a clash back, say, they don't tell us, say, nine.
Okay. So what the number people should call if they get information?
So
now?
like I say,
They can call 111?
They can call the 117.
117.
Or you personally, if they call you,
I can
you
refer them to you.
Refer them to me.
Okay.
The reason why now we get the cyber, which is, I know can call me number now.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. You know, yes, Doc, one say something.
Yeah, just briefly, just to interject, because of course, NDLA, then you do, then woke. But when it comes to addiction as a whole, we get to look at the cycle of addiction. And again, not all Monday on Kush. And even before this Kush crisis, remember we even get the Pampas crisis.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
An addictive brain will find a drug. If not a cleaner, safe. If not Tylenol, then get for waiting safe, then sniff them. An addictive brain will find a drug. Even like in America at one point, people then they sniff like Clorox, sniff then different things and forget high, because it's really to have a active reaction with the brain. And so I want us to also focus on the need to build a network of professionals, a network of non-clinical professionals that can attack this issue at the community level. Because again, you go do all the different things there for stock, demand, and supply. If the supply go down for one thing, the demand will go up for something else. Yes.
So they say tramadol now in the up right now.
And tramadol is something, again, people then they take them, tablets, people then they crush them, and sniff them, people then they put them inside jamba, people then go take any kind leaf, mix the tramadol, they smoke them. And so while they address supply and demand, we have to address addiction as a brain disease. Just like we go say, a person can have them broke their foot. You may not go say, I help you. I don't like no side, I don't know, but I help you. But if they educate them, people they are at the community level, professionals, we understand the addictive disease of the brain. We understand, things like the triune brain, how people are managing their urges, how the parasympathetic nerve is affected by psychoactive drugs, all of that. I think once we build the education system around addiction, we'll be more sympathetic to individuals that are addicted. Because not to for put something down alapane, say no smoke or not do this, you didn't bias with family, you didn't do this. We have to treat addiction as a disease that it is, and which means we have to have more resources into building capacity. I can tell you we were able to train 1,090 people last year, because of support from Global Fund between now. We funding it on December. Yeah, so we have no funding. We know there's no subventions because, again, it's competing priorities. And who's competing? So these are some of the challenges that we're facing. I was appointed in 2022, Secretariat established in April 2023. Not one single dime. Not one dime.
Your secretariat not receiving
one dime. Now, Global
how
Fund.
are you running it?
Now, the Global Fund, we had a partner that was partnered with us, but it ends in December. And so when we talk about competing priorities.
But again, this is a question. I know you will not answer this. And you
So
not talk about
ask
this.
me now, because I don't think
But
it's-
this is a problem. This is a
Yeah.
point again about how, we prioritize addressing this issue. Because,
Let
Doc,
interject, let
if we
interject.
set, no, Doc, if we set up an office like yours, as important as it is, me not ever know say, with all what I've seen you doing and engaging, and, I don't ever think say you've not been getting subvention.
I have a personal interest in it. yeah.
Yes, exactly. So if you're not somebody who don't get personal interest and passion in doing this, you say, no, but let me just sit. I don't even need to reach out to Lamran and say, look, can talk about mental health. I don't need to come out and do this,
But I could say at the highest level, to His Excellency's credit, he don't push for the office. Not so you get for come, don't for say, make sure say, una do this. I'm being very honest now, and sometimes people then go vex for me. That part don't talk almost 10. Let so-and-so do this for that office there. If they not do, I don't get for go delay complaint to the pa. So, but, sometimes you go here now, but to his credit, I don't know nobody say, oh, they're not again, no. He's giving instructions. VP Seth don't give instructions. So what do you go do?
But it's working where the president and the VP give instructions.
Well, no, it's competing priorities to their defense.
But I understand. But what you're doing is also important.
Yes.
It's
and I don't know what's going to happen after December.
Exactly. Because it's important to make the president appoint you and create that office. If it wasn't, he go say, no, we don't need that. We get competing priorities. But look what's in there. Look the thing them where you don't say. Where important. Addiction is a mental problem. People they take and say, Bonatkanga speaking get for the drugs. We don't understand, say it's a problem. And if you don't get the resources for able create awareness and do the work, train people them after December, it's a problem. We hope the money come anyway.
So, Labrana, waiting, Doc, they say, the word is competing. So, we don't know what and who within that competition tier.
And how do we prioritize the competing, issues? Because for me, mental health, the work order, they do so with what you get right now. Somebody just mentioned Liberia, the government just buy 15 motoka for them. They open.
I don't get KITF.
Oh, now
From April 22, I should have an official vehicle. Today, I have a project vehicle where the project they end December.
Now you must carry it now. Go office must carry it.
And it's part of my TOR.
Now bike it.
And it's part of my TOR. I should have a vehicle. These are some of the issues. Where you see me office, my office does not take $500,000 US to run. It doesn't take millions of dollars to train people. I mean, I can train people for less than $200,000 a year, train 1,000 people. But you could say people, the budget's too small. But you want me to inflate a budget? No. Then we have
and the small budgets, the money no they can.
Oh, put me back what I deck this money. I know they are travel.
No, but Doc, these are the realities.
It is.
Like
It's very.
the president gets all the wheel and say all these things. But if you not get the resources, if you're not a person who get passion for what you do, same as Dugba, we go hop on a bike this morning for can talk to the public. You go say, no, I don't care. I won't go there.
Yeah.
If you don't get the passion for do this, Doc, if not be any other person, you go say, no, when months done and go pay me, waiting ever then they give me, I go sit down and not do nothing. But the president can get all waiting he want for do. But if we don't provide the resources and prioritize some of these things, were important with we well-being and mental health, then
it's very at times. I mean, this is Truth Media. It's demeaning. It's demeaning. Look, last 2 weeks ago, UNGA, they did a whole declaration on mental health. I submit paperwork for Go UNGA. You see me there? You see me there? I ended up there because I was in America. Anyway, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's very demeaning.
I know, I understand. I
Eh,
understand.
God.
We pray and hope say
Yeah.
things will get better. Dugba, what will be your message to people out there in terms of, maybe getting the agency involved if there are issues we then see around in communities?
So people outside there, I know, say maybe we not see the best of what they do it, but I want to know say a heart for like cry for possible net docly say which apple you read. At least we dey try and we not get all what it takes for like we completely able for tackle. And I want to know say when once everything or half of what itself we dey watch for like we get. Imagine we not get a hit, but we dey still dey fight and we dey still dey try with it we beat for able for tackle the drug related problems them. We dey make arrest them. We dey help in the treatment and rehabilitation of victims them. And at the same time, we want to get the hope for say the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, na Ikumbra agency where they are for give the support. Okay. Feel free for contact Lambrana and get to the agency. We office the number 2 on Pool Street. We dey as well deal with the addiction problems them. We dey as well do a referral pathway for help people that way they get the complications related to mental health problems.
Okay, thank you so much, Ibrahim Samuel Dugba. I appreciate that you take your time for joining me this morning.
Yes.
And thanks for all the sacrifice you they make. Like you say, people who don't understand. Go see them sometimes and think, say, no, them people are not they work. But if you don't get what you for work with, imagine you know, Dugba na one old director. A bike jump can this. It was true. Dugba should have a vehicle where go take and can drop him. He doing work done, he can go to your office. Back, Doc, what the message to the public out there? We're dealing with addiction and mental health.
I would say for the public, for just understand, say, addiction now brain disease. Not to 1 day, not to 2 days. When you talk about recovery, yes, somebody go through detoxification, they go come back. Dugba mentioned briefly the relapse. And then also recovery is a lifelong journey. You go see somebody today, and I'll just use in America, for example, somebody today, they don't go through recovery, go through the process, they don't left for drink, smoke, or even sniff, if not cocaine, heroin, whatever. 30 years later, then go relapse. Because it's a continuous journey. Or even on my social media, I always talk about the journey continues. When you talk about addiction, mental health, not to something where somebody they can't solve today for you. I was listening the other day, so when you say, oh, if I go see a mental health professional, they solve you, problem them for you. That's not what professionals are for. It's to give you the tools to manage, because not all problems are solvable. And we have individuals, again, that are dealing with traumatic issues, that are dealing with developmental issues. One of the things that I see here in society, they paint we all as one. We all not to one.
Yeah.
Just like how we finger them different, all man in brain different. Some people have developmental issues. Some people have low IQ. So we have to factor all these different things. You have to factor the behavioral aspect that influences addiction and mental health disorders. These are some of the contributing factors where we don't even begin for touch on. So a lot of education needs to be done. A lot of training, community initiatives around what is addiction needs to be done, and we go push as long as we can.
Thank you very much. We hope the money will come before December end. Hopefully. But thank you so much, Dr. Carol Labor, in the Senior Advisor on Mental Health and the Ministry of Health, and also and Technical Lead, Mental Health Secretariat at the National Public Health Agency. And I also been get Ibrahim Samuel Dugba, the Director of Prevention, Education, and Training, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. Thank you so much for joining us. If you need any help, reach out to us. We go connect to now with them people there, especially Dr. Labor, for help you if your family person or you dey go through any stress. We need help. We all need them, and we committed for help for pass on education and awareness on mental health and as well addiction. We all, I can say with drugs, addiction, we sabi person or family person, with sister and picking, with brother and picking, with cousin, with friends. And somebody called me yesterday, they tell me, say, he had this friend at school, people and being, it's difficult for people and for differentiate whether they are just friends. They were like brothers. And this person gets hooked into drugs, don't destroy him. And the guy was so sad about waiting the apple with dying party day. So that's about it. We all know communities them. Afrobarometer do a report we say 10 people, out of 10 people, every other Sierra Leonean must sabi somebody we get either drugs, mental health issue. We all connected. And if we see them here they happen, we know take action or we know seek help. But again, I have to understand who side the help there. So that is what we're going to provide here. We provide with we go get in touch with Dr. Labor and the ministry, the one that we're responsible for, see how we could give people information side for seek help and support in case they get any problem. This is the Truth Morning Devotion. We'll take a quick break. We get send the left read and we can close the program. Leon start the play today. Hopefully we go win and go World Cup. Continue for stay with me.
Alhaji Alpha Sahid Bakar Kanu, wey people sabi as Alpha Khan, na the political GPS we know the ever lost signal. He don waka all side inside salon politics and he sabi the game. He start as strong APC man and claim the political ladder fast. During Anesco Romain term, he be hold big position there and even be a nursing main talk man we always ready for handle the mic. Inside 2018, he try for be flag bearer for APC, but it not be happen. Just when people feel say he go die as APC man, he turn SLPP and even be the talk man for President PO. Recently in Truth Media, he make dua for the country.
نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Inside the same week na AYV, he cough and ask for water.
Would you already give me water? When the UN works?
Na Liberty TV, he said let them not ask a question where they tick Lisa.
You answer the questions.
Yeah, then you wait for me to make a clarify before you come in and begin to insinuate and go forward.
Follow-up questions.
That is not a follow-up. That is a tick-listen question. Tick-listen.
And na Epic Radio, he talk say the president gets sense pass all man of the country.
Well, the president gets sense pass we all.
But the big question now, it go still strong for the 2028 elections or age go don't make it tire?
We mama them they cry, with them they wash their picking, them they die, do ya we they beg the mommy and the guy, cause now we wanna sell them go buy, this cushion deadly. So, with all due respect, I'm not talk waiting, you don't know. Who say you they way life they give me on the lolo. Don't they do music more than a decade ago? Say now man them no blow. Your speech was nonsensicality. Excuse me French. Me not so non-entity, but still in a trench. Just wanna escape reality. Eventuality, no matter the quantity, the dust not the quench. Now I no get nothing when I'm me own. For Kusha don't sell me asset, sell me phone. Where the feeling can camper me, you know they pamper me. So pass a Gucci for ton clean saloon. Watermelon not so funky. 2 weeks things we gonna so then tie me like a monkey. Cause the addiction king can school me like a conky. This thing no idol man don't know say me na junkie. Don't fever zombie.
Drugs is a problem everywhere in the world, but we are more concerned about ours. There are so many aspects to it. Those who bring it, those who distribute it, the one the way they take part in them. So we have a whole task force for this, where they deal with all the aspects from enforcement to the treatment. We get the whole center, so we don't treat the one that. Somebody was saying, somebody goes to school, don't graduate, after 6 months, the shoe don't begin bending, the worker, the play home, you know. We all have different psychological makeup them. They feel tired and then just go slip into that kind of thing. That is happening to a lot of our young people. And we are picking them up. In fact, there was one that came from the UK. They took him to Ghana, it did not work. They brought him to Freetown. Imam Sesef confessed. After the guy became one of those who was teaching now about that. It's a very complex problem, drugs, anything with money is difficult. People will do anything. You see what is happening. Past way, they don't begin bombing us or what. They will do anything to get it in. People are making billions out of it. And so it is a tough fight. We continue to, the instruments we have, say, police, we have good ones, we have bad ones. They try to do their part. And then, we had huge cash the way we captured through the port, through the airport. We were born. That they go on virtually air all the time. It's happening.
That's the situation. The presidency, it's a very complex issue. People and they make money from a lot of people making money out of, the life of young people in this country. And it's, from the people who use this money. I hope we don't get some understanding and knowledge about mental health and addiction and how we treat the people and we get hooked into drugs, and also the work with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency they do. That guy in a director on a bike he carry it. A bike he load pa carry. Dr. Labor we senior mental health person, he say from where they appoint him, get any subvention. President don't talk to, vice president don't talk to. But, me just think say the president and the vice president are the first and second gentlemen of this country. Where there's a will, there should be the way. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency they don't get the resources. I know Dubai is a public official, he gets civil service code and all of that. Therefore, taking time I see let somebody get a problem or look at one kind of way. But they don't. They don't have official vehicle for move around. The other time the director did complain say I'm being for buy top up safe for the meter. And if we not take the institutions how they create seriously, so provide the support for them, we get so many things for prioritize. So many things things the way government want do money, they EDSA they take GST, they they pay GST to NRA. People that we get tax waiver or stuff, they they pay the tax with them for pay and all of that. Or they lose money plenty. But the small they get, we can prioritize them to certain things. Things like mental health and fighting this drug case. We can. But in a status how they create new office them back, new ministry, Ministry of Western area, I don't know who side the minister they say for who side in office they. We get ministry they like doing and they get staff them, get for paying safe. Sometimes you get official vehicle safe where the other people the way they walk back now get official vehicle. And creates other commissions them, agencies them, conflicting responsibilities It's more burden on the government. It's more. It's more. And it's the reality. So me talk Dr. Labor. Say from where they set up in office, now receive subvention. Now what they deal with na donor money. If I go UN, he right, they not care go. Now because he been there America make it appear. Dugba the brand and a director. Smart guy, brilliant. Don't present them case and all. Where they listen to and say if they understand, say he's somebody who knows what he's doing. But he's still there. He not gets official vehicle for move around. This is with drug law enforcement agency. The president say man they pan drugs, they get plenty money, they get plenty money. We can provide resources for the agency with the feds then here. You know, it's serious. I just think say we need more commitment from the president, from the government. It goes beyond just setting up the again, what to make people then they set up private rehab center. Now because government not get another places and they if government sets them up and provide the service, people will not create their own private one. We not get paper, not get 2 persons and torture and the torture people and they and all that. We need to be serious. The government need for do waiting then they say. It's not just about talking. We know there are competing priorities and all. Money no day, but the small what they get, the institution like they were for watch them all, for really watch them. Because field salon, youth employment, development, all get for do to young people them. For not tackle this drug business, like waiting and say we tackle one, they move to other one. But if the agency not get the capacity, resources for feds, then it's a problem. But now they end the devotion this morning. We want to wish Leon Stars the very best and hope say we will get victory today. Hopefully we'll get for broadcast the game. Our social media platforms them. And we go cheer up the team and pray and expect say we'll get victory. So we go World Cup. We'll go watch Leon Stars in a World Cup, inshallah. Thanks to we guest them. So now we don't follow in at the program on Facebook and YouTube. We're very much sorry. We get some technical issue with the radio this morning. But we'll try for fix them up hopefully before the end of the day. So we'll meet back tomorrow. My name na Amadou Lamran Abba. And this is the Truth Morning Devotion. Me now a principal, headmaster, servant. And now me they lead the devotion. You know, we're building a movement of citizens where they ask questions. Like I tell you, I get plenty of citizens that don't send me the documents about the members of parliament them. Again, at the level now, this question. Parliaments, they open tomorrow. And then they return from the recess. They never go debate the president in speech and pass bill and all. But all this time when they recess, you shall be a member of parliament, then sit down with you, then get meeting with you, then tell you how many bills and don't pass, waiting at them position on certain things them. You read them, you see them, you sabi them, and they can go back home for go work for me and you. You know them, you sabi them. Ask yourself that question. If you don't, then start asking. Parliament's in a public place. If you get time, go there. Ask your member of parliament, what are they doing for you? If they get time for come to you when they are campaigning, where they get power, then for able to come to you and talk to you as well. As always, don't forget, say, try to be a law-abiding citizen. You for do that, you get a responsibility as a citizen. Do what's right, stay peaceful, be law-abiding, be honest to yourself, be truthful, sincere for God and country. And above all, members say that true, they always last. My name is Amadou Lamran Abba. We'll meet back, continue for stay with Truth Media, following our socials, you know, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, X, Instagram, we're all over. We go end with the political GPS, Alhaji Alpha Bakar Kanu. You know, that brother, let again the energy and strength. We'll meet back tomorrow at 6:30. Have a lovely day and enjoy yourself and stay peaceful. Low all cheer up Leon Stars and wish them victory.
Alhaji Alpha Sahid Bakar Kanu, wey people sabi as Alpha Khan, na the political GPS wey no dey ever lost signal. E don waka all side inside Salone politics and e sabi the game. E start as strong APC man and claim the political ladder fast. During Ernest Koroma term, he be hold big position there and even be a nursing main talk man wey always ready for handle the mic. Inside 2018, he try for be flag bearer for APC, but it not be happen. Just when people feel say he go die as APC man, he turn SLPP and even be the talk man for President PO. Recently, na Truth Media, he make dua for the country.
نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Inside the same week na AYV, he cough and ask for water.
Give me water. When the UN works.
Na Liberty TV, he said let them not ask a question where they tick Lisa.
You answer the questions.
Yeah, then you wait for me to make a clarify before you come in and begin to insinuate and go forward.
Follow-up questions.
That is not a follow-up. That is a tick-listen question. Tick-listen.
And na Epic Radio, he talk say the president gets sense pass all man of the country.
Well, the president gets sense pass we all.
But the big question now, it go still strong for the 2028 elections, or age go don't make it tire.
So you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite. For the game, do it right. Whether you win or lose, no matter how you thrive or you kind, we can make it a better place. So play the game, share the love, let them know say we get what we want.
Unity, love, and peace on the field. One ball, one love, one goal. Even if the team different, but the aim in the game that is same. Let peace play a role.
Make we raise with glass and toast for the gift of life. Connect to the power, bring peace alive. The only race, not the human race, running to the finish is a victory. Anytime we align. Go!
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM,